Scots find a way.
Scott, find a way.
Receiver has Sawstead at the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Scots find a way.
Scots, find a way.
It's caught. He didn't get in. Highland Park is back-to-back state champion.
Scots find a way.
Scots, find a way.
We are Dallas-born, Dallas-based, and family-owned. We support the Highland Park Scots.
Hello, Trouble. We've sparred once or twice before. Back in the days when you used to scare me. Now, I'm coming for you. Just to show you what I'm made of and who's in my corner. So go ahead. Tell me I can't do it. Then watch me. Vista Bank, powering Friday Night Lights since 1912.
Along with Jim Castellaw, I'm Russell Scott, Jay Ellis, Brian Sperry, Pat Sauer will be along shortly. And, of course, our Game On Sports crew making all of this possible tonight. Senior night, final regular season for the district championship. Other than that, it's just another Friday night, right?
Just another Friday night, but the fact it's dark early, not much of a nip in the air, a little bit, makes you feel like it's really football season. And when the playoffs roll around this close, it is really football season.
People are going to get here. The first thing they're going to notice, those blue uniforms that the Scots are wearing tonight.
Right. I remember, Jay Ellis and I remember when the blue was what the Scots wore all the time. Now the kids really look forward to it as a change-up for the 10th game. Coach Allen been doing it for a number of years, and I think the kids really get pumped up for it.
We sat down with head coach Randy Allen to talk about tonight's game. We opened our conversation with his thoughts on last week's 56-14 victory at Centennial.
Our defense played a very good game. I thought they took the dive away from Centennial and did a great job taking the option. And as the game progressed, they got better. And they were sure tacklers. We made most of the didn't miss many tackles. Most of the time we got the guy, we brought him down. So I was very proud of the defense. They got 3 turnovers or 4, I can't remember, and they had a lot of big hits in the game. So I'm really proud of our defense. And then our kicking game, man, our kickoff cover team was outstanding. Sutton Stock was right on target with his extra points. And offensively, we scored a lot of points. I mean, we scored 40-something, and then the defense picked up a fumble and returned it for the last touchdown to make it 55. So really proud. Maybe Buck's one of his better games. Buck ran at our quarterback, and he spread it out and threw it to a lot of different receivers. But I think Cannon had a big game as well. And so I'm really proud of those guys.
What are you seeing from Midlothian?
Well, I see a lot of balance, and just like any team that runs the football as well as they do, when they throw the ball, it's usually a play action, they throw the ball deep. They've got balance, they've got breakaway ability. I think they've got 38 explosive plays, somebody told me, in these in the season. That's what our defensive coaches said in running the football. 38 explosive plays running the ball. We have 18 explosive plays running the ball. So they're a team that they're a triple option team, but there's a lot of misdirection, and they throw the ball much better than any other triple option team we play. But they are spread out. They'll have 1 receiver out. Sometimes they'll have 2 receivers out. So, yeah, they're a spread triple option team.
Have you talked a lot about how important this game is, and what's the mood on the team this week?
Well, we've won 59 district championships, which is the most of any team in Texas, and this will be 60. We talked to them about earmuffs and blinders. Don't listen to the noise. Don't get distracted. This is senior night, so there's all the introductions before the game and walking through the Highlander March with your parents. They need to use this blue pants, blue jerseys, which they love to wear. They need to play for their parents. They need to play for the Honor Highland Park. They need to win another district championship. They need to let this be the motivation for them playing their best game this season.
Head coach Randy Allen right there in his 45th year as a head coach, 26th year here at Highland Park. Over on the other sideline tonight, Coach Doug Wendell, 11th season as head coach of the Panthers. And this is going to be a good game tonight between these two.
Hey, the coaches say that, and I agree with them after watching Midlothian on film, that this is probably going to be the Scots' toughest game all year long, including Rockwall Heath, with all due respect, but because these guys, they do a bunch of things that cause defenses problems. Misdirection, coach talked about that, and then you add the option on top of that. They run the ball 70% of the time. They will throw, but they want to jam the ball down people's throat.
Coming up, we'll get our player scouting report, and we'll watch the Highlander march as well. All of that as our Sewell Automotive pregame show rolls on right after this timeout.
Baker Brothers did a great job replacing my HVAC system and saving me money. Jimmy, show them what you did to that old unit.
Mission Control, Houston, we are using...
It's good!
No, it's great. Baker Brothers. Great service.
The best part about being a neighborhood bank is the neighborhood. It's the parks, the games, and the friendly faces we see on the streets and in our lobby. Because at Benchmark, it's not about numbers. It's about neighbors, our neighbors.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It is time now to get our player scouting report. And this week we spoke with receiver Jack Swaldy, linebacker Heston Lazenby, and defensive tackle Dennis Prouse to tell us what they're thinking when they see the Panthers tonight.
Jack, let's start with you, talking about what we'll see in the Midlothian defense.
Yeah, for the corners, they have two strong physical corners. We're expecting some mainly man, but they're both strong cover corners, so just have to be physical off the line, run good routes, catch the ball.
Do they jam you? Do they come up and try to get in your face? Or?
Yeah, they do sometimes, so we're expecting them to come up and jam, but we've been working drills this week to be able to get off them.
Well, let's move over to the other side of the ball. Dennis, you're going to go up against a big offensive line, or at least one big offensive lineman. Tell us about what we're going to see and how you're going to go about trying to stop them.
Yeah, Midlothian, they're a run-heavy team, and we also saw on film they like to pull, and there's a bunch of different things Coach Burt has taught us to when they pull, what to do, and how we can counter that. And also whenever the big O-lineman that's committed to Oklahoma, whenever he shifts to my side, we have certain packages that we put on there to counter that and to stop the run. And I mean, they pass a lot as well, but mostly run.
And how important is it you guys get off to a big start?
Oh yeah, that's the big start for you have to set the tone, show them we're not here to play, we're here to win the game. Yeah, like what Heston said, we're not giving them any time to breathe.
Great.
We're trying to stop them.
Great. And Heston, as linebacker, you've got to deal with the run and the pass. What have you seen from the Midlothian offense? What are we going to have to do to stop it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're a lot heavy run, about 75% runs, so that's our main issue as linebackers. I'd say we're a lot more run focused than pass this week out of all weeks.
Right, and does that mean you're more at the line of scrimmage, running more stunts? Or?
It does. We changed our formation this week, so we'll always be a little tighter than usual.
Well, you've had experience last week playing that option, so you've been there.
Always fun to talk to those guys to get their vision of what they'll see tonight and hear how they're going to deal with the opponent.
And they're so well trained and coached by their coaches. They just spit it back out like, hey, I've got it. You know, and they've only been, when we interviewed them earlier this week, they'd only been working on it 2 days so far, but they pick it up quickly or they don't play, and so they know what they got to do to be successful.
Talked to head coach Doug Wendell this week from Midlothian. One of the things he talked about for Highland Park was, he said, you just don't go into a game with the Scots and expect them to make any mistakes. You've got to play near perfect football because Highland Park doesn't beat themselves, which is true.
Which is true, and if you people don't think about that as much, but turnovers, interceptions, things like that, mistakes that ends drives, that can turn a whole game around. And the Scots have that reputation of they're going to do the right thing. They're going to do it when it's necessary, and they're going to come out on top more times than not. Because of it, they're going to force you to make the mistakes you're trying to make them make.
We talked a little bit about the Panthers' offense. Let's talk a little bit about Highland Park's offense. They lead the district in scoring, in passing offense, and total offense. And this is an offense that seems to get better and better each week. And Buck Randall has just been outstanding this year.
Yeah, well, you just can't say enough good stuff about Buck Randall. He threw the ball well last year, but he's added the running dimension to that and running the option that makes him even more dangerous. He's just a junior. When you add what he's got throwing the ball to what Cannon Bozeman can do once he catches the ball, it's a situation that's extremely dangerous for most of the other teams the Scots are going to face.
Always fun to watch the Highlander march.
Especially on senior night when normally it's just the players going on that by themselves, but now there's Isaiah Lee and his folks right there. But that's a big night for all these young men and more so their parents. Jay Ellis was telling us he still remembers doing this with Judge, something you don't forget.
Let's bring Jay into the conversation. He'll be on the sideline, but he's here in the press box with us right now. You remember this?
I sure do, and that just reminds us how special tonight is. For these guys, this is the last time, except for the playoff game, I suppose, but this is the last regular season game here at Highlander, not just for the players, but the bells and the cheerleaders and the band and the parents and the fans. But the good news is when you win your district, you get one more home game next week.
That's right.
But this celebration started. There goes the president of the school board right there, Mary Jane.
There you go.
So anyway, it's a special night here for the seniors and for the families. It's a way to celebrate all the work these kids have put in and all the support these fans and parents have given them.
And they have put in a lot of work. I mean, I think back to coming up here back in January and February when there was ice and snow out or cold, and these guys were working just as hard then as they do every day now to get ready.
Talked a little bit about Highland Park winning last week at Centennial. Let's take a look at some of the highlights we had from last week's game. And it got off to a great start. And it's brought to you by Bo Brown at Douglas Elman Real Estate. Scots on the road last week. Here goes that big opening kickoff return.
Harrison Cullum breaks up the left sideline. Good block right there by a teammate. And that's the way you want to start the game.
Set the Scots up for a short touchdown run. There's James Flowers.
Baby Bull.
And then Cannon Bozeman gets in on things for Highland Park as well. Number 2 getting the touchdown right there.
Oh, and there's a big turnover right there. Langdon McMurray coming up with it. For the Scots.
Gives them the ball, and the offense makes them pay for it, don't they?
Matthew White right there running that wheel route he's become famous for. Here's another fumble recovery. And that's, again, Bozeman knifing through the secondary for the pylon.
Almost got there. Didn't quite get there.
But there's the Baby Bull pounding it in.
I was going to say he had 4 carries last week. Flowers did. He had 3 touchdowns.
That's the odds you want. And there's Cannon Bozeman. I'm happy not to see him get hit, but see him get up, being able to take that hit. Look at Dylan Palmer run down the running back Matthew White again into the end zone. Oh!
And this was the play of the night for the defense.
What a tackle by Heston Lazenby to pop the ball loose, and then Beckett Curtis picks it up and goes 70 yards for a Scots touchdown.
He wasn't going to let anybody catch him, was he? 56-14. They beat Burleson Centennial last week, and now their eyes are on district championship, number 60.
You know, there were a lot of years where Scots in the 10th game of the year and even the 9th game of the year, it was kind of a little bit of a cakewalk, you know, and you thought, well, I hope we're ready for the first playoff game when it comes. I like this situation where game 10, you got all the chips on the table. Midlothian's got all the chips on the table, and let's find out who deserves to be district champ.
Tell you what, let's take a break. We'll come back with the national anthem. We'll have the starting lineup coming your way and the coin toss as well, as we are getting you ready for Highland Park in Midlothian. It's for the district championship tonight here at Highlander Stadium.
I'll sit down, have a cup of cappuccino, a cookie, read a book. When the car is ready, they come get me. It's a great way to start a Saturday.
Discover our wide variety of new and L-certified vehicles at our Dallas and Fort Worth Sewell Lexus locations.
I put a lot of mileage on my car, so I am practically at Sewell every 3 months. Every single time that I go, it's amazing. Everybody is welcoming, everybody is professional, everybody is kind. It's just like easy, fast, right to the point. You're in, you're out. Cannot imagine being with anybody else but Sewell. Their customer service is absolutely flawless. I drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and L-certified vehicles at our Dallas.
There they are right there. Highland Park coming out of the locker room and onto the field, and those all blue unis tonight.
And the lights in the sand, the new lights system they put in over the summer, is you're seeing the effect of it right there. The lights going on and off, the blue, the gold, the colors. Here come the captains, want to meet face to face and shake hands.
Highland Park wins, they'll take the football. They would like to get their offense on the field as soon as possible. Led by Buck Randall, 2,906 yards passing this year, 34 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Behind him, he's got Matthew White, who's got 456 rushing yards. You've got Cannon Bozeman, who leads the district in receiving yards with 777. Cannon with 12 touchdowns. He's also got 106 rushing yards as well.
Amazing that Cannon's still leading the district in receiving, but he's missed, what, 3 games?
Looks like the Panthers may have won the coin toss.
Midlothian has won the toss and elected to defer their option to the second half.
Coach Allen's pumping his fist, saying that's exactly what we wanted.
Worked out well for the Scots last week. They had that big kickoff return and punched it into the end zone very early.
Receive from the east end zone. Shake hands, gentlemen. Good luck. Let's have a good game.
Well, we're just about ready for kickoff. We've still got the national anthem to come, and we're going to give you the starting lineups for these guys as well. All as our Sewell Automotive Group pregame show continues. Our weather couldn't be more perfect for tonight. Getting dark a little bit earlier. It's cooler tonight. We'll drop down into the 60s before this thing is over. But again, our Sewell pregame show, always fun to talk about what to expect. You just never know until they get out there on the field, right?
You don't, and that's what makes high school football great, is on any given night, anything can happen, and especially with these two teams that are evenly matched. Somebody's going to come out and jump on the other one like the Scots did last year. Let's hope it's Highland Park.
Anthem, and that's going to wrap it up for our Sewell Automotive Group pregame show. Invite you to stay tuned. We've got kickoff of tonight's game coming up next. It's Highland Park and Midlothian for the district championship.
find a way.
Scots, find a way.
Scots, find a way.
Scott, find a way.
Somers, Sauceton at the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Scots, find a way. Scots, find a way.
It's caught. He didn't get in. Highland Park is back-to-back state champion.
Scots, find a way.
Scots, find a way.
We are Dallas-born, Dallas-based, and family-owned. We support the Highland Park Scots.
Curtis Law, the game-winning lawyer.
I'm a link in the chain. I am a link in the chain.
I am a link in the chain. I'm a link in the chain.
I'm a link in the chain.
I'm a link in the chain. I'm a link in the chain.
I am a link in the chain.
I am a link in the chain.
I'm a link in the chain.
I'm a link in the chain. I'm a link in the chain.
I'm a link in the chain.
When you play one of us, you play all of us.
And this game is underway from Highlander Stadium. The kickoff's going to be taken down around the 5-yard line. That's Charlie Olmstead who'll bring it out to the 20, 25, 30.
Here we
Still
go.
On his
Here
feet
we go.
across the 40. How about that? He's out to near the 47-yard line. Charlie Olmstead takes that 42 yards on the Davidson Bogle Real Estate kickoff.
And Charlie Olmstead says, Harrison Cullum, you did it last week. Let me see if I can match you. And he comes all the way across the field. Here you see the replay. You don't normally see big returns when the return man comes across the field because it takes so long, but good blocking out in front sets the Scots up almost at the 50-yard line, make it to 46.
Highland Park will have the ball for the first time tonight. Buck Randall and company. This is a team that's averaging 40, almost 49 points a game. Scots will open with 2 running backs in the backfield. They'll turn, hand it off. Coming the near side is Isaiah Lee. He'll get dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Coming through there quickly to make the tackle is Gerald Bridges, middle linebacker for the Panthers.
Scots go with tempo right here. They're going to try to get Midlothian in the bind.
This time they're going the opposite direction. Matthew White turns the corner. He'll pick up about 4 yards. Jacob Cheek, down line defensive tackle, comes in to stop him.
Number 22, middle linebacker. He flies to the ball for Midlothian.
Empty set formation on 3rd and long. Here's a screen pass to White. He's not going to get much. Maybe gets 3 yards. Tangled up in the middle, and Highland Park will face 4th down, and it looks like they'll go for it with an empty set formation.
There you go, 4-man box. Now the middle linebacker comes out. Scots have to make Midlothian pay for it if they're going to run a 4-man box, even a 5-man box, because one of the defensive ends usually lines up wide and rushes from the outside.
4th down brought to you by Forsey Law. Highland Park will back up and let the quarterback kick it away. This is going to bounce and almost. Cannon Bozeman did his best to get down there and try to keep it out of the end zone.
Good
it's
effort.
It's going to be a 49-yard kick. They'll bring it out to the 25, and Highland Park turns it over on downs to the Panthers, and we'll see that Midlothian offense for the first time.
Well, I think you take it, see what we saw right there. Scots and Coach Allen are going to attack. They're coming after Midlothian. Did not make the first down right there, but you could see from the mentality the Scots are coming in with. They're going to push Midlothian to the limit. All right. Watch for number 76, Noah Best. Big 6'4" offensive tackle, 305 pounds, committed to OU.
There we go. They're going to work out of the pistol look formation. Strong to the right side, right up the middle.
No, sir.
Wow. 2 yards, Michael Archie. For Highland Park, Dennis Prowse, who is in for the injured Lee Wagner, gets the start, makes the first tackle for this Scots defense.
And again, Midlothian runs the ball 70% of the times. They're an option look team. Not the quarterback, though. Bowen Wendell does not like to pitch. He wants to keep it himself.
There's our Olivella's game time weather. 72 degrees. Will be in the 60s before this thing is finished up.
Sumner comes across the field, lines up right next to Dino Doolin. 2 corners on the same side.
Highland Park shows tight defense. Here comes the option, trying to get around the outside. No place to go. John Azuna is going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and Ronan Moreland will get credit for the tackle.
And John Azuna, I want to see a birth certificate. He's listed as a freshman. He certainly doesn't run or play like a freshman. He plays more like an 18-year-old, but he's 14, a freshman. Scots will have their hands full. They got to keep rallying to the ball like they did right there.
3rd down and 10 coming up. This Highland Park defense has been stopping opponents 68% of the time on 3rd downs this year. This time they'll spread things out just a bit. 4 wide receivers. Here comes a man in motion. That's Azuna.
Turning up, pressure.
Straight drop back.
Oh!
Wendell to throw. The ball's in the air, almost intercepted. Nearly picked up. Thomas Cook got a hand on it. Bats that one into the air, and 4th down, a punting situation for the Panthers.
If you're going to throw, Thomas Cook's going to be in your face more times than not. You see right here, watch Thomas. Thomas is going against the OU commit offensive tackle, throws him aside, gets his hands on the ball, pats it up in the air, and Scott's almost come down with an interception.
Ben Gordon nearly had the interception right there for Highland Park. Here comes the punt, and this is going to be a wobbler, trying to keep it away from Charlie Olmstead. They do kick it out of bounds, and Highland Park's going to come up with great field position.
Scots did a great job defensively right there. 25-yard punt by Midlothian puts the Scots in great field position at the Midlothian 45-yard line.
Highland Park's opening drive went just 5 yards, but Midlothian's opening drive went a net 0 yards.
Well, you got to like that from a defensive standpoint.
Two high-powered offenses out here trying to find their footing. Scott's from the 45-yard line of the Panthers.
You see the 5-man box.
Here's Buck Randall to throw. Now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket, caught, dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go for a sack. Loss of 2 on the play. Foster Mason, Cesare Williams combined for the tackle.
Number 13, Cesare Williams, charges hard. He is very impressive on film. Whoever the guard is in front of him is going to have their hands full. You've got to fight every play, because he will knock you straight back into the backfield. Also watch number 44, Shelby Green, the defensive end, towed in against Trip Townsend.
Matthew White in the backfield. This time quarterback's going to keep it. A design draw play for Buck Randall. And boy, he has no place to go. Middle linebacker Gerald Bridges there again to tackle him. And that'll go for a no-gainer, 3rd down and long.
And again, the middle linebacker, number 22, Gerald Bridges, he's a junior, but again, he flies to the ball, goes at 45-degree angle, gets upfield fast. Misdirection, though, will hurt him.
He's number 22, leads the team in tackles with 66. Buck Randall to throw, steps up in the pocket, dumps it down low. It's caught. Charlie Olmstead's not going to get much. 3-yard pass completion, 4th down at about 9. Bridges again on the tackle.
Well, there's going to be 4th and 9. Scott's both these offenses struggling at the moment. But again, the defenses on both sides flying around. Scott's going to have to find a way to take advantage of that over pursuit.
James Flowers checks into the game. He'll join Matthew White in the backfield. They'll stand to either side of the quarterback. Buck Randall again is going to punt it away. His last one just barely bounced into the end zone. This one is going to die inside the 10. Covered right there. 37-yard punt covered by Harrison Cullum.
Scott's doing a good job of keeping Midlothian pinned deep in their own territory. Good coverage. And this is you know, if you're thinking, well, where's the offense? This is what happens with two great teams like this. There's a reason that their defenses are able to do what they are.
Again, this winner of this game will get the #1 seeding in the playoffs. Highland Park wins it, they get the district championship outright. Midlothian wins it, then they share the district championship. From their own 7-yard line, the Panthers will scrimmage. Bo Wendell, the son of the head coach, and a quarterback as usual. Turns, hands it off. Archie has not much running room in there. Graham Rogers, who is starting tonight
as a sophomore. Hey, watch Graham Rogers. He's been inserted in the starting lineup again with Wagner's injury.
Illegal motion on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Getting back to Graham Rogers, he has a nose for the football. He knows exactly where to go and how fast he needs to get there. It's amazing to watch this young man play. Bo Jones been doing it for a long time, but you put Bo alongside Graham Rogers, and you got a formidable duo in the middle right there, just like you do on the outside. I think they made a mistake knocking it off 5 yards instead of half the distance.
Brian Sperry, our statistician, about had a coronary when they put the football down right there.
Tell him not to yell out the window at the officials.
They're going to put it right around the 3.5 yard line. That's where the Panthers will scrimmage from. Quarterback lines up in the backfield. Play action fake. Throw, caught. Brendan Jackson. He's got a first down out to the 23-yard line. Jack Sumner finally stopped him. 18 yards. Move the chains. First down of the football game.
Brendan Jackson, number 10 sophomore receiver, is clearly their best receiver. He does a lot of stop routes early, little turnaround routes. All he is doing is setting it up where later in the game he can set that up and go deep. Keep an eye on Brendan Jackson. He also runs the pop motion sweep as well.
That's Tate McCoy set up on the left side as an H-back. He's mostly a blocking type tight end. Handoffs going no place. Scots do a wonderful job. Bo Jones was in there. Henry Hobbs is in there. It's a loss on the play.
And right there you see one of the major misdirection plays. They fake the dive to the left, come back with it to the right, try to get you over pursuing. Right there, see it, fake it one way, go back the other way. Let Bo Jones get in there along with Hobbs down the line of scrimmage. Not today, mister.
Scots came into the game averaging 48.5 points per game. The Panthers came in averaging 38 points. They're 1-2 in scoring in the district, but points may come at a premium tonight. Here's a man in motion. Play action fake. The throw across the middle caught. First down, Cohen Buchanan. He's finally tracked down by Jack Sumner. 23 yards on the pass completion. The two biggest plays offensively tonight have come on the arm of Bo Wendell.
Yeah, Bo Wendell can throw the ball. He can also run the ball. You've got to honor what he can do. And again, just a little slant route gives Midlothian a first down. Scots are going to have to shut that down.
He has completed his last two passes for 42 yards. Send a man in motion from left to right. Turn, give it to Archie. Oh. Archie steps through the offensive line for 2. And again, the defense does a good job there. That's Langdon McMurray.
Langdon McMurray doing a heck of a job right there. And you got to watch what one of the things that Midlothian likes to do. They like to slide the big offensive tackle 76 out to tight end, at least the tight end slot. Bring another offensive lineman in the game. When they do that, look for the Scots to bring in a 4th defensive lineman to counter it.
Second down to 8. 4.5 minutes to play quarter number
option.
1. Here comes that option play. Oh my goodness, what a tackle. Bo Jones all over Bo Wendell.
Bo, number 9 right there says, you're not running the option my way. Look at Bo come up there. He doesn't bite down. Comes up and makes a hit. Gets a high five from Coach Corbett over on the sideline.
Loss of 6 brings up 3rd and 14.
Scott's defense continues to be dominant. Let's see if they can register a sack on Bo Wendell.
Archie's in the backfield along with Wendell. They'll send a man in motion from right to left. That's Azuna. Now Wendell steps up. I think he's going to run with it around the corner. He won't get near that first down markers. Run out of bounds by Graham Rogers. A 7-yard pickup still leaves 4th down and long.
Well, Bo Wendell sees a gap. You can't run past him. Thomas Cook needed to turn around right there. But look at the sophomore Graham Rogers run him down from behind. Make the play, bringing up 4th down.
Brendan Jackson comes on to kick it away. The second time he's punted tonight. Charlie Olmstead's going to stand back at about his own 15-yard line. He's got time to get the punt away. Fair catch called for and made down at the 26-yard line. Pat Sauer is back with us tonight, and
Pat.
Stadium Reports brought to you by Macero in Inwood Village. Pat, what you got?
Hey guys, glad to be back. Auburn was kind of weak last week. I don't know if you guys can hear me because I can't hear myself, but we got a good crowd out here tonight. I'm going to have to start finding some victims soon. We need to make some plays on offense and get this thing rolling. Back to you guys.
All right. Highland Park, their 3rd offensive series. No points as of yet. A little confusion on that play. Buck Randall throws it one way and White runs the other way.
Little in and out option route it looked like right there for Matthew White. Matthew White, one of the receivers that Buck Randall likes to look for.
Matthew White lines up mostly as a running back, but he's got more receiving yards than he does rushing yards this year. Randall again.
Yeah.
Got that drag pattern coming across. Harrison Cullum hangs on to it. He's going to be tackled by Jared Pope.
Yeah, middle linebacker jumping down into coverage. Again, if the middle linebacker gets out of the box, that's when you got to make them pay running the ball.
3rd down. They need the 36-yard line to keep the football. Play action. Scotts will throw long. This is going to be over the head of the intended receiver. He was trying to get it out there to Charlie Olmstead, who was step for step with Brendan Jackson.
Scott's going to have to punt it away again.
3 straight 3-and-outs for Highland Park.
Well, you see the activity of Midlothian defense is what makes them so good. They do fly to the football.
Whoa, high snap. And a shank punt kind of comes off the right side. It'll take a Scots bounce, though, then goes out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt.
That was Raleigh Jewell punting for the Scots. Midlothian going to end up with some good field position of their own. Up front for the Scots, Dylan Palmer, Nick Vander Westhuizen, and it looks like Charlie Flint. Coach Burt rolling those defensive linemen. He's got about 6 or 7 young men that all roll in and out, keep themselves fresh, put pressure on the quarterback. Watch the bunch set right here to your left.
Best starting field position for the Panthers by 23 yards. There's a handoff to John Azuna. He'll get tangled up by Bo Jones and company. 5-yard pickup. Take a look at those defensive starters for Highland Park coming up here momentarily. Starting lineup brought to you by Hope Speaks. There you've got it. Dennis Prowse tonight getting the start for Lee Wagner, who's out with a knee injury. Bo Jones in there, an inside linebacker, leads the team in tackles. Langdon McMurray, who's among the tackle leaders as well. Jones and True combine on the stop right there. Again, the starting lineup brought to you by Hope Speaks.
Midlothian's offensive line is one of the best parts of their game. They come off low and hard, keep their feet running, stay wide. They latch onto you. What you have to do, especially with the big boy, is don't get into a strength match with him, because he'll grab you and hold on to you. You need to use your quickness to get out of it.
First snap of the football game for the Panthers in Highland Park territory right here. Third and very short yardage.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to get there.
That's Dino.
John Azuna is going to get dragged down behind the line of scrimmage. Dean Doolin makes the tackle.
And Doolin shows you how to set an edge right there. Watch this replay right here. Here comes the stretch play. Look, Dino throws off, knocks off the blocker's helmet as he shucks him, then makes the play on number 9, Azuna, the freshman, bringing up 4th down.
Replays brought to you by Iron Horse Power Services here in the first quarter. 4th down now.
What a play by Dean Doolin right there. That's going to be a highlight. Knock the lead blocker's helmet off before you make the play for a 2-yard loss.
Highland Park tight on that defensive line.
Option coming.
Veer play goes to the right. Quarterback keeps it, dives in there, and Bo Wendell's got the first down for Midlothian. Moreland tackles him, but not before the Panthers get 5 more yards.
Coaches couldn't be happier, they say, with the work of the 2 safeties, Ronan Moreland, Martin True. They are solid, and all year long we've seen it. They make plays.
Panthers, the last 3 games, have not allowed a first quarter score. It looks like they're going to make it 4 in a row. We've only got 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Pass across the middle. I thought it was going to be intercepted, and they were going to make me eat my words. I thought if Martin True got that, he was going the distance.
Yeah, and Martin True wanted that. He wanted to go the distance.
Stop the clock with 19 seconds to go. This Iron Horse Power Services replay. Right there, I thought he was going to have it.
Martin True gets it. You're right. He's gone. 2nd down. Got to keep the pressure on.
Bo Rendell came into the game. He's got 1,062 passing yards, 580 rushing yards. Here goes that Veer. He'll take it again. Picks up another 5 or 6. Not enough for the first down, though.
That's Nick Vander West Houston making the play. He's in a nose guard. Now the Scots roll in. More help right there. You see the option of the problem.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Let's take a break. We're at the end of the first quarter. Highland Park, Midlothian, all we expected it to be.
So
it's scoreless. We'll take a break. We're back. Second quarter coming up next.
3rd and something. 3rd and something from the 39 going in. Where to go? Position 1. 39.
Conveniently located between Lovers Lane and University Boulevard on Preston Road. Not Just Soccer is locally owned and has served the Highland Park community for youth sports equipment needs since 1989. Whether you're looking for soccer, football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, or lacrosse equipment, they carry it all, and they take pride with specialists in each sport, and in many circumstances, you'll be helped by a current Highland Park athlete. Go Scots!
It's the Baker Brothers replay. The best offense is a good defense. Baker Brothers block those surgeons before they get taken to the house.
That play was electric.
That's right, Jimmy.
Shocking, even?
We get it, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's electric special.
Well, second quarter just about to get started. Panthers now moving from east to west here at Highlander Stadium, Randy Allen Field.
Hobbs, Cook, Vander West Houston at the defensive line spot.
Panthers are 0 for 3, converting 3rd downs. Pass out to the flat left side. They set up that screen. They'll get the first down this time, and they may get more. Brendan Jackson up the left side, and Brendan Jackson has made it a 6-0 game. 39 yards on the pass, catch, and run. And that one was mostly Brendan Jackson.
Yeah, you see his skill right there. Brendan Jackson, only a sophomore, with a little hitch route right there. Get the ball out in space and let him do the rest. Makes a couple of Scots miss right there at the first. Has a good cut back to the outside, and Scots get out of position and can't close in time.
Noah Terry to try the point after, and it is good. And it's a 7-0 ball game. 11:51 to play in the second quarter. And the Scots find themselves in unusual territory, trailing early in a ball game this year.
Well, you don't ever want to be here. You never wish for it. But getting ready to go in the playoffs, this is not a bad deal because you want to see how do we respond when things aren't going well.
Let's take a break. We'll come back in just a moment. We'll look at the replay and we'll get the kickoff right after we take this timeout.
The best part about being a neighborhood bank is the neighborhood. It's the parks. It's the ball games. And it's the people we get to call neighbors. It's the friendly faces we see on the streets and in our lobby. Because at Benchmark, it's not about numbers. It's about neighbors. Our neighbors. Benchmark has your back. Benchmark Bank, family owned by Texans since 1964.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's some of the fans here at Highlander Stadium. Those are some Scott hopefuls. One day we're going to be seeing those guys out on the football field.
Because every time we talk to somebody, they tell us, hey, I was there for the 2018 championship, made me want to be a Scott. Here's that scoring drive for Midlothian. They get off to the start they want. Jump on the scoreboard first. They go 57 yards in 7 plays, take 2:56 off the clock. The touchdown, a 39-yard hitch pass route and run to the end zone by Brendan Jackson. Extra point is good. And with 11:51 to play in the first half, it's Midlothian 7, Highland Park nothing.
Davidson Bogle Real Estate brings you our kickoff. I'll give you the first quarter stats in just a moment. These are numbers you may not believe, but I'm going to tell you how many yards Highland Park had in that first quarter. Kickoff is going to be a line drive. The Scots will let this one go into the end zone. Here's the first quarter stats. Midlothian had 20 yards rushing, 42 yards passing. The Panthers had 62 total yards. Scots on the ground, 0 yards. Passing, 8 yards. Highland Park had 8 total yards of total offense in the first quarter.
You won't see that over a 5-year span, I bet. All right, let's see how the Scots adjust now. Again, outside linebackers way outside, 5-man box.
Here's a handoff to James Flowers. He'll pick up 1. He's going to get slung to the ground. Gerald Bridges, middle linebackers in there. Bridges, again, 66 tackles coming into the ball game. Has an interception to his credit, 10 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks.
Now, you marry Bridges with the 4-man front you see out of Midlothian, and they are a formidable force. Look at the outside linebackers spread very wide out to where the Scots receivers are.
Fourth time Highland Park has had the ball. Here goes the reverse.
Yep.
Bozeman's got some room. He'll turn the speed on. Oh, he just got bumped out of bounds on the far side. That doesn't happen. He's going to go. But he got 13 yards.
And there's that misdirection we've been talking about. Again, you set up. Look at number 22 running all the way to the right. Bozeman comes back. Look at Buck Randall. He pushes his man to the ground, tries to get a block to get Bozeman to the end zone. Great job, Buck Randall.
Carson Kemp saved it from Midlothian. That's the biggest offensive play Highland Park has had tonight. First down of the ball game. Handoff up the middle. 5 more yards picked up by the Scots offense. Jack Wild on the tackle.
But great body lean right here by Matthew White. Watch him. Good blocking right there by number 60. I believe that's George Hunt. But good body lean by White, where if they do bring him down, he's going to fall for 2 more. This is what you want. 2nd down and 5, not 2nd and 8 or 9.
2 in the backfield this time. It's going to be Flowers and White. Straight snap.
Good protection.
Pass across the middle.
Oh!
This is a foot race. Matthew White, touchdown, Highland Park. 55 yards.
What can you say about the throw from Buck Randall? Right on a rope over the defender, just dropped it into Matthew White's hands. It looked like he wasn't going to be able to hold on to it, but he's like, stick him on it, and he races to the end zone for the tying score.
Touchdown brought to you by Bob Lilly Promotions. 55 yards.
Boy, this pass is unbelievable. Let's see if we see a replay right here. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell it right here, but good blocking up front. Watch this. right into his hands. Didn't even break stride. Great
Replays
job.
this quarter brought to you by Veritex Bank. Here's the extra point for Brett Kennedy with Kensington Vanguard national title. Sutton Stock splits the uprights. And the Scots have tied this one with 10:24 to go in the first half.
Wow.
We'll take our break. We'll come back. We've got a tie ball game. This district championship matchup between the Scots and the Panthers.
Scots find a way.
Scots find a way.
Scots find a way.
Scott, find a way.
Seaver has sauced it at the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Scots, find a way. Scots, find a way.
It's caught. He didn't get in. Highland Park is back-to-back state champion.
Scots find a way.
Scots, find a way.
We are Dallas-born, Dallas-based, and family-owned. We support the Highland Park Scots.
Our kickoff brought to you by Davidson Bogle Real Estate. Brendan Jackson, Carson Kemp will be deep. Sutton Stock to kick it off for the Scots. Talked to Coach Allen about Sutton this week. He said Sutton can kick it into the end zone easily, but they want him to drop it in and make the return team do something with it.
Yep, here we go.
There's that short sky kick.
Oh, ball's free.
Ball was loose. It's covered by the return man. Midlothian nearly coughed it up. That's Francis Hamissi.
Here's that scoring drive for the Scots. They go 75 yards in 4 plays, take a minute 27 off the clock. The touchdown, a 55-yard laser rope from Buck Randall to Matthew White. Sutton Stock adds the extra point, and with a 10:24 to go in the half, it's Highland Park 7, Midlothian 7. Interesting note, first 10 plays for the Scots, 10 yards. Last 3 plays, 73 yards. I think they're catching on.
First down, play action fake, throw across the middle, caught. Receiver just sat down in the middle of that zone, and Cohen Buchanan's got a first down. It's going to be a 12-yard pickup. And for the Scots, Blake Newman on the tackle. He's in place of Ronan Moreland.
Midlothian bunching their receivers close to the line of scrimmage, maintains their ability to run the ball or break out of it and be tough to cover.
We'll check in with Pat Sowers after this play. First down, Panthers. Inside handoff. This is Azuna trying to turn the corner. Azuna's going to roll his way for a first down. That'll go for 13 yards. And let's check in with Pat Sauer in the stands. His report for Massaro in Inwood Village. Pat.
Hey, guys, I got Matthew White's dad, Craig, here. Craig, you know, he's turned into quite the receiver that really the last couple of years, but has more receiving yards than rushing yards.
Yeah, it's been exciting. He's got a good line protecting Buck. Gave him great protection on that one.
Hang on 1 second. Let him get the call.
On first down. Pass out into the flat left side. Nice job that time for the Scots by Dean Doolin to get in there and clog the lane and stop him for a 1-yard loss. Go ahead, Pat.
Yeah, so on that pass was perfect to Matthew on that last play. But the incredible thing was I don't think he saw the ball till it got there.
Yeah, it was perfect placement. He threw a missile. And I think Matthew's lucky that he turned around when he did and just got his hands in the way and caught it. But
good luck the rest of the way. Here we go, guys. Back to you.
All right, that's Azuna in motion. Pass play again. Same pass play they completed just a moment ago. This time it's going to go for a touchdown. 49 yards. Brendan Jackson, his second touchdown of the night. Had a 39-yarder. Now he's got a 49-yarder.
Jackson has got great speed, great moves. You do not want to let him get open in the middle of the field because he'll make you pay for it. And right here, Bo Wendell with a little sidearm throw, but then Brendan Jackson does the rest. Scots can't catch him.
Our replays this quarter are brought to you by Veritex Bank. That's truth in Texas banking. Our thanks to Veritex for being part of this. Extra point is up and on the way, and It is good. Kicked by Noah Terry.
Well, Midlothian answers. Now it's up to the Scots to do the same.
Last time they scored, Highland Park came back and scored themselves. Let's see if the Scots can return the favor right here. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. Second quarter. 8:46 to go before we get to the break.
Hello, Trouble. We've sparred once or twice before. Back in the days when you used to scare me. Now, I'm coming for you. Just to show you what I'm made of and who's in my corner. So go ahead. Tell me I can do it. Then watch me.
Vista Bank, powering Friday Night Lights since 1912.
Our score. Midlothian leads Highland Park for the second time tonight. Let's take a look at that scoring drive.
Scoring drive for Midlothian to take back the lead. This time they go 77 yards in 4 plays. Take a minute 38 off the clock. Very similar what the Scots did previously to that. Take a minute 27 for the Scots. The touchdown, a 49-yard TD reception from Bo Wendell to Brendan Jackson. Extra point is good. And with 8:46 to go in the half, is Midlothian 14, Highland Park 7.
Isaac Hutchinson's going to field this one at about the 22-yard line. He'll bring it up the right side. He's going to get bumped pretty hard, taken down by Jared Pope. And let's see what the Scots do right here. They had their backs to the wall a moment ago, came out and fired that long pass to Cannon Bozeman for the touchdown. Now they're playing from behind again with 8:42 to play, second quarter. And Buck Randall and company coming back out on the field.
You get the feeling this may be a shootout. It started very slow, but both offenses now are picking up the pace. And it's going to, you hope it's not a Tyler situation, but you got to get ready for that.
How about this situation? 4 receivers off to the right side. They bring a man in motion. That's Cannon Bozeman. The throw goes underneath. That's going to be caught. Harrison Cullum. Harrison dodges one would-be tackler. Picks up 12. Finally, he's going to be taken to the ground by Aiden Ausler.
Well, that's exactly what Midlothian's doing, taking the short routes and then making something out of them. Midlothian will not be able to cover stop routes like that from the Highland Park receivers. They just have too many weapons.
First down, Highland Park. Now from their own 41 from the left hash mark. 2 receivers to either side. Matthew White drifts out of the backfield as well. He'll get the pass, and he just couldn't hold on to it. Trying to take off a little quick. And second down and 10.
Oh, that's tough right there. Matthew White doesn't do that very often at all. But he took his eyes off it to look upfield a little bit early. You can see right here. Looked away, see what was coming, and puts the ball on the ground. He'll get the next one. Up front for the Scots again, Trip Townsend, Weathersby, Hunt, Cooper Alt, Stuart Allday.
Hunt out over the football to snap it back. Matthew White options out of the backfield. Buck Randall has time, throws,
there it is.
And it's caught. Charlie Olmstead's got a first down inside Panther territory at the 49. That's a 10-yard completion. Chase Bailey was defending.
And again,
the officials trying to decide whether to move the chains or not. Now
they move them. How about a first down? And again, take what they give you. Midlothian's very aware the Scots have the ability, speed and the ability to get it deep, so these short turnaround routes are going to be there.
Cullum Bozeman and Olmstead off to the left side. Far right side, Isaac Hutchison. Here comes the option for the Scots. Buck Randall will keep it himself. And he'll scramble down to the 40. 9-yard pickup, Buck Randall.
And the reason that was so effective, Cooper Alt latches on to the linebacker, stays after him, and because of it, there was a hole there for Buck Randall to turn up to his right and pick up at least 8-9 yards.
Veritex Bank again brings you that replay. Highland Park second and short. Nice to have second and short. You can do so many different things out of it.
It opens the playbook a little, doesn't it?
Cullum one-on-one.
Linebackers, here they come. Blitz coming.
Buck Randall lobs it across the middle. This is caught. Harrison Cullum's got it. Splits the defenders. Gets by another one. Inside the 5. He'll carry one into the end zone for the touchdown. A 40-yard pass and run. Touchdown Highland Park.
What an effort by Harrison Cullum right there. Brendan Jackson did it for Midlothian a minute ago. He says, now watch what we can do. Catches the ball, runs away from the defender, and carries the last man into the end zone. Watch this. Harrison Cullum over the middle. The all-out blitz gets burned by Buck Randall. Watch this right here, though. Through 1. 11 gets on his back. Harrison Cullum carries him into the end zone for the Scots touchdown.
Foster Mason got a ride into the end zone right there. Touchdown for Bob Lilly Promotions. Extra point for Kensington Vanguard National title. And Sutton Stock splits the uprights. We're tied again. This time it's 14-14. 6:49 to play in our first half here at Highlander Stadium. There you see the offensive guys for Highland Park. Harrison Cullum getting the high fives.
Oh, yeah. That's how you got to answer, though. In a game like this, district championship, you can't take 2 or 3 possessions to try to put this tying score up. You got to do it right now. Send a message.
Kickoff coming up right after we take this timeout. Here you'll see the replay as we go into break.
I don't know if Brendan Jackson was sprinting all out to catch Cullum right there. Harrison makes him pay. Yes, sir. That's a touchdown.
I put a lot of mileage on my car. So I am practically at Sewell every 3 months. Every single time that I go, it's amazing. Everybody is welcoming. Everybody is professional. Everybody is kind. It's just like easy, fast, right to the point. You're in, you're out. Cannot imagine being with anybody else but Sewell. Their customer service is absolutely flawless. I drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and L-certified vehicles at our Dallas and Fort Worth Sewell Lexus locations.
Our kickoff brought to you by Davidson Bogle Real Estate. Land is our business. Here's Sutton Stock. Again, it's going to be a high short kick. Fair catch called for, and this time made cleanly down near the 17.
Here's that scoring drive for the Scots. They go 71 yards in 5 plays, answer quickly, only take a minute 53. The last 3 drives, 2 for Highland Park and 1 for Midlothian. A minute 27 for Highland Park, a minute 38 for Midlothian, and a minute 53 for the answer from Highland Park. Things are moving quickly. The touchdown, a 40-yard TD reception from Buck Randall to Harrison Cullum. Stock adds the extra point, and with 6:49 to go in the half, we're knotted up at 14.
5 minutes, 18 seconds to score 28 points in this game.
And that drive recap brought to you by Travis Spillman, DDS.
Bo Wendell brings him out onto the field. Azuna goes in motion, turns, gives it to Archie up the middle. Archie will grind out 5, 6. Yeah, they're going to put him down on the 30-yard line. A 5-yard pickup. Bo Jones steps in for the Scots. Blake Newman is in there for Highland Park as well. Again, it's senior night tonight, and senior night is when the Scots get to wear these all-blue uniforms.
Just a little change of pace. Keep an eye
Highland
out.
Park, regardless of what happens tonight, Scots will have a home game in the first round of the playoffs.
It's always good news.
2nd down and 5. Wendell calls for it. Gives it up the
Oh,
middle.
boy.
This time Archie's going to get spun down, but he's right at that first down marker, short of the line to gain. Graham Rogers twisted him down after a 4-yard pickup.
Graham Rogers is so close to facing up Archie in the hole right there, and that'll be a whole different train wreck when it happens.
3rd down, very short yardage. 5:45 and counting to play here in the second quarter. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we're going to go straight into our player profiles tonight. I'll give you the names coming up in just a second as they're getting ready to snap this on 3rd and short. Right at the middle.
Yes.
No, they're not. Oh, yes, they did. Forward progress. We'll give it to them on the 35-yard line, which is just enough to move the chains, I believe.
Boy,
Yep, now they're going to move them.
Bo Jones and Thomas Cook, knife inside. Thomas Cook grabs him first. Bo Jones helps clean him up with the help from Dylan Palmer. Dennis Prowse, 97.
Coming up at halftime, you'll see our player profiles. Jack Swaldy. We talked to Dennis Prowse. And we talked to
Heston
Lazenby. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Up the middle again.
No.
Wow, how about that? Graham Rogers.
Graham Rogers stepped up in the hole and challenged Archie to get by him and just put a form tackle on Archie. Watch this. Hello. You're not going anywhere.
No, you talked to Bobby Leidner quite a bit during the week. What has he said about Rogers?
He said they were trying to leave him down on the JV because they had several linebackers up here, but the more he played, the more they looked at him and said, we got to give this guy a shot, especially after Wagner got hurt, and he's making it the most of it right now.
4 straight runs to start the drive, make it 5 straight runs to start the drive. John Azuna is going to pick up maybe 1, might be 2 yards in there, well short of what he needed. And from the 39-yard line, 3rd down coming.
That Ronan Moreland in there. See this right here. Somebody gets him by the leg. Langdon McMurray grabs him by the leg and said, I'm not letting go.
Jay Ellis along the sidelines tonight. Jay, I'm not trying to ignore you. Real quick, let's bring you into the conversation for Massaro in Inwood Village.
Hey, both secondaries are being really challenged. I don't think I have time before this play to tell you, but some very interesting things going on.
Passing situation off the play action, overthrown, incomplete, 4th down. Go ahead, Jay.
Midlothian is really making it tough on the Highland Park secondary with their play action. You know, Highland Park likes to sit in a shell defense, which means one of 2 things. Either the corners are off in cover 3 and they're outside, or they're playing like a cover 2. But either way, they're outside. And when the linebackers have to step up with the play fake, it makes it really tough, especially with the safeties back 8 or more yards deep to get those slants and those hooks. But the Highland Park linebackers are loosening up a little because they're making plays up front. And I think Highland Park secondary is going to be able to shut down some of those windows in passing lanes.
Conan Buchanan with the punt. 30 yards. Highland Park will have the ball at their own 31-yard line.
Well, this has been such a tight game. You look up and it's only 3 minutes, 41 seconds to go until halftime.
I looked down there. I saw Pat scouring the stands.
Pat Sauer,
everybody up
scour.
There.
Pat Sauer scouring.
Everybody kind of ducks when he walks by, don't they?
Oh, I think they love talking to Pat.
I bet I can guess who he's going to. Well, I thought I was going to be able to guess who he was going to talk to.
Oh yeah, now we talking. Here goes Buck.
There's Buck Randall on a scramble up the middle. He's got more than a 1st down. 14 yards for the Scots quarterback.
Well, I wondered when Coach Allen was going to pull that out of his bag of tricks, because that's a call quarterback draw right there. And again, with these backers moving out to cover the Scott wide receivers out to the left and right, it's there.
Buck Randall now 4 carries, 21 yards. He is 7 of 10 passing for 125 yards and 2 touchdowns. And now we've got this play blown dead. Timeout's going to be taken by Midlothian.
Timeout. Midlothian. They're
Jay
first
Ellis,
of the half.
talk a little bit about that defense you're seeing out there from the Panthers.
So the safety for Midlothian is always going to the side where Cannon Bozeman lines up in the slot. He and an outside linebacker are bracketing Bozeman. Occasionally, if that backer ends up playing run early, Cannon's getting open. But what it allowed on that last play where Cullum got the break on the mesh, on the backside, Cullum lined up all alone. Before the snap, the linebacker stepped out. Credit Buck Randall. He saw it. He thought that they were going to bracket him, and on the snap, as that outside linebacker came in on the blitz, he knew nobody was going to catch Cullum from the right corner. No chance of catching him. So he ran that mesh, and it was probably Bozeman who rubbed shoulders with him when they crossed underneath. But credit Buck Randall for knowing exactly where to go when the pressure was coming, as there was no way to cover Cullum, and of course he made a great catch and a run.
All right, Russell, take a look at this. We got stacked receivers out to the left for Highland Park. The deep man is Bozeman.
Matthew White licking his lips right here. looking down the middle.
Yeah, I think he might be.
Oh, it's going to be the quarterback. Buck Randall. That quarterback draw picks up a couple. So they have to set it up. Is that what you're telling me, Jay?
Yep.
Absolutely,
Yep.
Especially as the end of the half is coming. That's when we usually see it.
Those safeties have to pull wide when you stack those receivers.
Inside 3 minutes to go before halftime. Halftime show is always brought to you by Madden Securities.
See, look how far out the linebacker to the top is slid out on Swaldy.
Randall sets under pressure. Now he's going to scramble out of the pocket. Now they did a good job of keeping him in the corral. And he'll pick up maybe half a yard, not much more than that.
Number 23 making the hit right there.
That is Jared Pope.
Jared Pope on Randall. Midlothian doing a good job of boxing up Bo, spying him, and boxing him up before he can get out.
Highland Park 0 of 3 on third down conversions tonight. We've got a timeout. It's going to be taken right here by Highland Park.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
Oh, excuse me.
2-minute timeout.
We have reached that 2-minute warning, which in high school they call the 2-minute timeout.
Don't call it warning. No warnings here.
There is.
This has been a great, entertaining game. You see the chess match that's going on between Coach Allen and the Midlothian staff.
Highland Park trying to win their 60th district title tonight. That's more than any other school in Texas already. Panthers trying to lead Coach Doug Wendell in his 11th season to a share of the district title.
Midlothian lost the first district game in, I believe, double overtime or triple overtime to Joshua by a couple of points. Kind of a shocker right there.
It was triple overtime. They lost 23-21. Let's check in with Pat Sauer down along the sideline for Massaro in Inwood Village. Pat?
Hey, guys, I've got some senior bell moms here. This is Amy Beal. Amy, how many trips did you make to practice for these girls over the years?
A lot. Since they were little bitty, we've been driving them. We've been carpooling, and we love doing it. Now they can drive themselves, which is even better to those early morning practices.
Okay, back upstairs for a minute.
Here we go, third down and long for Highland Park. Buck Randall sets in the pocket, looks left, throws left, and it's intercepted, but I don't know if he was in bounds. Was he?
Yep.
He was in bounds. Picked off by Carson Kemp. For Buck Randall, only his 5th interception of the season.
That's a great play right there by Kemp. Give him credit. He jumps in front of Harrison Cullum right here. And right on the sideline, he knew where Scotts had to go to get the first down.
That turnover for Highland Park Cowboys football. And now the defense will be charged with holding the Panthers back in the final 1:55 of the half. Pat, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm back here. Tell me your name.
Leslie Rhodes.
Leslie Rhodes here. Leslie, give us a sneak preview. Is this a high kick routine, a pom-pom routine, or military routine?
They're doing a hoop routine, which is a real crowd pleaser and fan favorite.
All right, back to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Dylan Palmer in there for the Scots to bring down the quarterback.
Palmer knifing inside underneath the block by the offensive tackle. That's where the Scots have the advantage. If you sit still and allow Midlothian to fire out, they'll latch onto you. You can't get off. But quickness and lateral movement is going to be the key.
It's Michael Archie in the backfield. He's rushed for 487 yards this season. Pass across the middle is high and long, nearly intercepted down there by Ronan Moreland, who's already got 3 picks this season.
Yeah, I believe he's due for another one. Ronan Moreland right there. Again, Bo Jones coming in, bearing down on the quarterback, and he just laying it up for Jackson, hoping he can get there, and Ronan Moreland almost took it away.
Bo Wendell now has completed 6 of 10 passes for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Now, Midlothian's got to decide, do they want to throw the ball, get an incompletion, and give it back to the Scots, or do they want to run the clock and try to get to halftime?
Well, Brian Sperry made the point just a moment ago that they didn't seem to be in much of a hurry on this particular series. 3rd and long, and they may have waited too long. Nope, timeout's going to be taken by the Panthers.
Midlothian.
I think the play clock was
second of the
approaching
half.
0.
Right. But it's an interesting question. Now, if Midlothian keeps the ball on the ground and runs the ball on 3rd down, obviously clock will keep running, but throwing it, different deal.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
I put a lot of mileage on my car, so I am
that running toilet in his tracks. No more running toilets.
Now that's what I call a bathroom break.
Okay, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's great deal from Baker Brothers.
The best part about being a neighborhood bank is the neighborhood. It's the parks, the games, and the friendly faces we see on the streets and in our lobby. Because at Benchmark, it's not about numbers, it's about neighbors, our neighbors.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, big play right here with 1:17 to go in the first half.
Krause, Palmer, and Cook up front. Look for Thomas Cook. He put some pressure on the quarterback. He always does. Now the Scots shift. Going to get some bump coverage by Langdon McMurray.
Nickel coverage for the Scots. Tight end goes in motion and sets to the right.
Here comes the pressure.
Wendell is going to run it. He's not going to get very far, though, because Dylan Palmer and Dennis Prowse combined to bring him down.
Nice effort right there. Scots coach Bobby Leidner bringing pressure from the offensive left side. And Bo Wendell can't escape it. Look at Bo Jones bearing down. Great effort right there.
Highland Park, their first of the half. Please reset the game clock to...
Scots have 2 timeouts left.
Let's check in with Jay. Jay, thoughts on what we're going to see right here?
Well, first, they're going to be punting, and then Highland Park's going to run that 2-minute drill. They've got 2 timeouts in their pocket. I tell you something I observed a minute ago. Bo Jones on the previous play on the incomplete pass, he got in Bo Wendell's face and almost made the sack, and it was actually really fun to see 2 competitors who are having fun. They sort of slapped each other and high-fived, and then the back who missed the block on Bo Jones came over and gave him a high five as well. But these guys, they're passionate. They want to win. They're aggressive, but they're also good sports and they're having fun out there.
Charlie Olmstead is back deep to return this punt. Conan Buchanan will kick it away. It's his 3rd punt of the night, 4th punt of the night, averaging 27 yards per kick.
To that end, Olmstead lined up 30 yards deep.
The referee wants 1 more second added to the clock.
I'm glad he's on top of it.
Meticulous.
Well, there we go. Let's see if Charlie Olmstead can bring one back. He's about due. Oh, high snap.
Boy, they almost blocked that one. This one goes off the side of the punter's foot, but it takes a Panther bounce. Scots will have it at about their own 30-yard line. Highland Park's got a minute to work with after that 33-yard punt, and that's a lot of time. We saw those scoring drives. All 4 of them didn't take very long at all.
And the ball upon the punt was rolling Midlothian's way towards the Scots end zone, and for some unknown reason, the middle linebacker, number 22, Gerald Bridges, stops it and gives Highland Park better field position.
Highland Park's not led this game yet. They could take a lead going into the locker room if they can do something here.
Well, here we go. Scott's offensive line going to have to do the job right here. Give Buck Randall time, and he'll cut apart the defense.
Here we go. Scott's set up, throw long. There's Cannon Bozeman.
Oh, wow.
Just a step behind the ball, or he goes. Makabli Debaki defending on the play.
Oh, man.
Look at that.
You don't see it overthrown much, Buck Reynolds, but again, you don't want to underthrow it. If anything's going to happen, you want it to be overthrown, not underthrown.
Back-to-back incompletions for Buck Randall. First time he's done that tonight. That incompletion and then the interception a moment ago. Here comes the reverse. Buck Randall's going to throw a block right there. And there's running room, and Charlie Olmstead will get 11 yards and a first down. Scots will have it at the 40. Jared Pope is in there on the tackle.
47 seconds, 45, clock running. Scots need to crank it up, getting Sutton Sock's range.
Hunt gets out over the football. He'll snap it back. Same play this time, a little pitch back to the quarterback.
Yes.
Buck Randall's
yes.
got and Bozeman
yes.
wide open.
Yes.
Bozeman,
yes.
10, 5, touchdown Highland Park.
Wow.
Cannon Bozeman, 60-yard pass and catch, and Bozeman turns on the speed.
Did you see Buck Randall look to the middle of the field, pump it, and then come back to Bozeman? He made just a little shoulder movement. Watch this right here. Good protection. Flea flicker. Throw a rifle bullet to Bozeman. The official order. Just one little hesitation move allows Bozeman to get to the end zone. And once again, he's money with Buck Randall.
Touchdown for Bob Lilly Promotions. Here comes the extra point for Brett Kennedy with Kensington Vanguard national title. Sutton Stock kicked this one up and through.
Well, you remember what we were talking about running the. Remember what we were talking about as far as running the clock versus not running the clock?
21-14. First time Highland Park has led in this football game.
And what a time to do it with 26 seconds before half. Takes just the wind out of the sails of Midlothian. Here's that scoring drive for the Scots. Coach Allen is money. They go 71 yards in 3 plays, take all of 36 seconds off the clock. The touchdown, a 60-yard strike from Buck Randall to Cannon Bozeman. Sutton Stock has an extra point. And with 36
Baker Brothers did a great job replacing my HVAC system and saving me money. Jimmy, show them what you did to that old unit.
Mission Control, Houston, we are using...
It's good. No, it's great. Great service.
Ready for the kickoff right here. This kickoff for Davidson Bogle Real Estate. Coach Allen always talks about that time right before and right after halftime. That was big right there to take the lead for the first time.
It's very big because the Midlothian thinking they're going to the halftime with the lead, but at worst with a 14-14 tie where they've led the whole game or at least been tied, and the Scots just don't let it faze them. Keep doing their thing. Now here, coverage has got to be great. You can't give Midlothian an easy return and let them set up a field goal or give up a touchdown.
Kemp and Jackson are deep. Highland Park's got Sutton Stock ready to kick off. Again, likely it'll be a short, high kick.
Coaches are giving the signal where they want him to put it. He's got it.
It is going to go down to the 15-yard line. Fielded there. Brought back out 20-25. Boy, nice tackle down there made by Highland Park's.
Right there, that's number 43. That's Nick Riggle Bays on the coverage team for the Scots, getting down there with some good coverage.
If you missed the pregame show, that's one of the things Coach talked about as well. In last week's game, he thought the kick coverage team did a really nice job at that win at Centennial last week.
Good.
22 seconds to go before we get our Madden Securities halftime show underway. And, of course, Dallas Coin Buyers bring you the player profiles coming up at halftime.
Cook, Prowse, Dylan Palmer, 3 guys up front for the Scots. Satcher, Langdon McMurray, Rogers, and Bo Jones, the backers.
Let's see what they do. Wendell calls for the ball. Pass, flag pattern. And he shakes a tackle or two, and Brendan Jackson into Highland Park territory, out at the 50-yard, 22-yard pass completion. Now they'll spike it to stop the clock with 10 seconds on it.
Graham Rogers out there to help make the play, or that might have gone the distance itself.
Brendan Jackson now 5 catches for 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had a 49 and a 39-yard touchdown catch.
And again, as you see, Jay mentioned it before, the play action giving Bo Wendell plenty of time to pick out his receivers and throw.
Only the 5th time this season that Highland Park has given up 100 yards to a receiver.
Here we go.
Long pass downfield. That's way over the intended receiver's head. Buchanan, the intended receiver, and I don't know if he quit running or the quarterback.
I think a miscommunication. I think he's running inside post look, and Wendell wanted him to go deep. All right, let's go. Scots go with the prevent right here on 3rd down. You're going to see the defensive ends for the Scots, Cook and Dylan Palmer, go out very wide.
Highland Park's got their secondary dropped all the way back inside the 10-yard line.
Now they move up a little bit. You just don't want to give them anything easy in that big zone in the middle.
Last play of the first half, barring a penalty. Pass across the middle. It's going to be incomplete, and that'll take us to halftime. It was a fun first half of football here at Highlander Stadium, Randy Allen Field. After trailing the entire first half, the Scots, with less than a minute to go in the first half, come back and take the lead, and they go to the locker room up 21-14. We'll start your halftime show with our player profiles, brought to you by Dallas Coin Buyers, where legacy meets value.
Well, guys, last Friday night you travel over to Burleson for Week 9 matchup with the Centennial Spartans, and you come away with a solid 56-14 victory. Much like Joshua 2 or 3 weeks ago, you had to face an option offense that wanted to keep the ball on the ground and grind out yards. How much of an adjustment was that for you guys? Obviously, we'll start with you, Heston.
Yeah, so I really enjoy playing triple option teams just because I think it's, for OBs, it's less responsibilities and more just like playing the game of football. And it's nice that in our district we get to play multiple teams that play this, so we can get used to it and we can recognize all teams' formations.
And you in that situation, you're up on a tackle in a lot of cases, where you really got to hammer down and make the play on the dive. Was that a learning curve?
I'd say it was, because we changed our technique pretty often, like whether we want hands in the dirt or just straight up hitting them. But I think it's really about like reading because it's 2 keys you're reading. So I think reading your keys is really just the most important part and biggest change for us at OB.
You just can't put your ears back and go. You got a job. Dennis, how about for you?
Yeah, for defensive line, the ends, we only have one responsibility, and that's dive. And we have to go through B gap. You can't shoot outside or go to any other gap or for the dive to cut back, because that's all our responsibility. We can't let that happen.
Right, everybody's got a job to do, and you got to be there. You just can't go. Jack, obviously you're on the offensive side. Were there any adjustments on the offensive side because of the way Centennial was going to play? We're going to try to play keep away.
I mean, we really only have 2 jobs at receiver. It's block and catch the football.
Okay.
So we saw that their offense, their corners dropped back a lot, or their defense, their corners dropped back a lot, and we ran a lot of just like out routes at wide out and curls, and we just were able to get the first down and keep the chains moving.
Well, yeah, you guys really rolled that 56-14 win. Well, since that opening night loss to Rockwall Heath, you guys have reeled off 8 consecutive wins, and Midlothian rolls into Highlander Stadium with district championship on the line. If you guys win, you're the undisputed champion. If Midlothian wins, they share the title and get the first seed in the playoffs. Can you feel it in the air that this week is different from any week you've had so far this year? Jack, we'll go to you.
I mean, 100%. Our practice has been way more locked in, and like Midlothian's obviously a great team, so we're expecting a good game, but want to come out victorious.
Is it more in the intensity of the coaches that you feel it, or is practice doesn't change a whole lot, I would assume?
I mean, yeah, the schedule doesn't change, but we had a meeting before this week, and like just letting everybody know, like, hey, like the time is now. Like we we need to go get this win in order to get a good spot in the playoffs and get the district championship.
Right, and go on to your third goal of the year. How about it, Heston? How about for you guys on defense? Because I know that Midlothian presents a lot of big challenges.
Yeah, definitely. I'll say what our coach has been preaching all week. They've been saying this is our hardest game since Rockwell Heath, and obviously their offense is a lot bigger and a lot faster than the other teams we played. So I think in practice, not only coaches, but I think players have ramped it up a lot too, preparing, watching film and everything for this team.
All right, Dennis, you're nodding your head. Same thing for the line?
Yeah, for the defensive line, we just have to watch our keys, especially Noah Best, their O-lineman. He's committed to Oklahoma, and he moves around to the lines on left to right, so we have to make sure we know where he is at all times and just read our keys.
Well, they're obviously a good team. Does it feel good to finally face a tough opponent in a game that really matters, Dennis?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably one of our best opponents we'll have all season that we had so far, and it's just not to get comfortable with just like other teams that we play and all that.
Sure. Heston, how does a game like this get you ready for what we hope will be a long playoff run?
Yeah, I'll kind of branch off with Dennis. I think this is one of the best teams we'll play. Playoffs, regular season, that all. I mean, this is a great team, so I think this will definitely be a big step in our playoffs and reaching the goal we want to do, which is state championship.
Does it give you kind of a litmus test of where you guys are?
Yeah, this will definitely help us see what we need to fix our defense and prepare us for the bigger lines we'll face later on in playoffs.
Right, exactly. Well, this will be a good one. We'll talk more about Midlothian later. Let's go to some individual questions. Jack, we'll start with you. You've been getting more and more playing time with the injury to Case Messer and Bozeman being out earlier. You may not get as many reps as some of the starters, but how do you guys like yourself, Isaac, and Cash stay ready that when your number's called, you're ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, it's just next Scott up mentality. I mean, that's a tradition that we hold here at HB. And I mean, always just expecting that if someone goes down that I'm going to be able to step up, or anyone is going to be able to step up and go make plays.
Well, the great thing about it is it doesn't seem like there's any drop-off. I mean, you got great guys in front of you, but you and Cash and Isaac coming in, to people in the stands, it's like those guys can play too.
Yeah, I mean, our receiving core is 100% one of the most stacked receiving cores we've had in a long time at HB, so there's a lot of guys that can go ball.
It shows, and thank goodness for that, because we need all you guys. Jack, you've contributed greatly so far this season, hauling in 7 passes for 171 yards. 25-yard average is not bad on the average side, and 2 TDs. On a team like Highland Park, that has so many receivers, is there anything you can learn? Obviously, you learn from the coaches. Anything you learn from each other?
Yeah, I mean, just watching each other at practice, how we run routes, holding each other accountable. I mean, if you see someone racing up before a break, you tell them. If they're dropping passes, you tell them to just calm down and look the ball into your hands. And just we all learn a lot from each other, and that's how we've been able to grow and play so well this season.
And do most guys, obviously you've been around here long enough, do most guys take it well?
Yeah, I mean, constructive criticism is something that we can all handle well here. Mm-hmm. No one's really lashing out at each other if they're getting it. We all listen to each other well. And I think that's what's been able to keep us so.
Well, that's also one of the reasons you're such a strong team, is because you care about each other and it shows. Let's go back to your youth a little bit. Did you play on a YMCA or 11-man team like a lot of these guys?
I did not.
Okay.
My mom didn't let me play football until 7th grade. So.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Were you on her all the time about, hey, I want to play?
I really wanted to start, but I was also playing lacrosse, and they didn't want me playing 2 sports in the same season at the same time.
Okay. But you've been making up for it ever since then, have you?
Yeah, yes, sir.
I imagine so. Jack, you said on your bio that you wrote to us that one of your best Scott memories as a kid was going to this 2017 state championship game. How did that affect you and your determination to one day be a Scott?
Yeah, I mean, again, with the tradition here, all the little kids grow up watching HB football and just going to the games when they're young, and the 2016 through 18 stretch of just all the state championships was just such a good memory. And
well, that was probably right during the time that you were not getting to play. You were probably I think back right, 10 years old, 9 years old.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So that was probably the time you were begging to play, could play, but you saw the game.
Yeah, chomping at the bit for sure.
There you go. You know, you, Jack, like a lot of guys, have had to overcome some adversity. Tell us about what injuries you faced and how you overcame the problem.
Yeah, in 8th grade, spring 7-on-7, I tore my ACL in a game with the Rebels, and that was just a hard recovery. But going to PT and just staying consistent with it, that helped me get over it. Come back for my sophomore season. And then I broke my collarbone going into my junior year in spring football, which wasn't fun because I was trying to make varsity then. And I mean, at HP, our receiving class is one of the best receiving classes we've had in a while. So missing spring definitely hurt that a little bit, my chances to make varsity. But
How did sitting out shape how you feel about football? People always tell me that when you've got to sit there and watch it and all your buddies are out there, it's just like a knife in the heart.
Yeah, it wasn't fun, but it made the comeback way more memorable, and just being able to play with my brothers again was awesome.
Right. Now, you relayed that your most influential coach has been Coach Stringer in track. Tell me about that relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I've been with Coach Stringer since freshman year. When I come back to that from my ACL injury, I started track freshman year. And he's just always been a huge role model to me, the way he handles himself, the way he coaches. And just, he loves fast guys, so try to
I wonder why.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't hurt either that he played here at Highland Park, does it?
Yeah, it does not at all.
I mean, he was a slot receiver, so he knows exactly what he's talking about. Last question for you, Jack. You relayed that the people who had the biggest impact on your life, your dad and Will Washington, who I know you probably know from church. Tell us how those have positively impacted your life.
My dad is a huge impact in my life. He's a man of faith. He's been huge on my impact, of my faith, and just being able to grow with him and watch how he handles himself. That's just been awesome. And then Will Washington has also been a huge impact in my faith. Just going to church, he's always
he's youth leader for those that people don't know.
Yes, sir. Just helps me stay consistent and just keep growing as a Christian.
Good, great thoughts. Thanks, Jack. Heston, we'll move over to you. You've been a solid performer all year long, an outside linebacker, working closely with Davis Satcher. Against Centennial, you had 1 solo tackle, 3 assists, a tackle for loss, and a forced fumble. For the year, even better, 17 solo tackles, 6 assists, 1 tackle for loss, 4 quarterback pressures, 2 forced fumbles. You know, what kind of mindset do you want the defense to have every time you go out there?
Say exactly what Coach Liner says, does best tackling team in Texas. I mean, we want everyone to know that when you face Highland Park, you're going to get hit every single snap. You're not going to get to breathe.
Right. Well, you've done it so far. Let's go back to your youth a little bit. Understand you moved here from Alabama when you were about 8 years old. Not that Alabama's not a big-time football state. It is. But when you got here, were you blown away by how important football was?
I actually really was. I played baseball and basketball all growing up, and every single sport, it seemed like, was ramped up and was just more impressive here than it was there. So it was definitely a kind of an awakening then. But
you love it.
Yeah,
since you've been here. Any great stories from your YMCA Falcon years? Any teammates play with you or
not? Coleman Schultz, he's an inside linebacker, and I think that's the only one left, me and Coleman, but those are some great memories.
Right. Well, you're a special story because this is good for kids to hear. When you got to middle school, I understand that you were on a C team for 7th and 8th grade. You know, what would you say to young kids who find themselves on the C team and don't think they can ever make it at Highland Park?
Yeah, I mean, just really never give up. I remember going home, my dad, like, all ugly faced, saying how I made C team, and I was just all upset with how much work I put into football. And I mean, he really guided me and helped me push through. And then freshman year, I made A team, and I was able to really prove what I thought I could finally do.
Have you been over to? I know Coach Allen sends guys over to talk to the middle school. Have you gone to talk?
No, I haven't.
You need to hold up your hand and go, hey, you guys on the C team.
I always thought about that. That'd be a great experience.
Don't give up, because I've been there and now I'm playing a lot. Heston, like Jack, you've experienced some setbacks along the way. You had to overcome and fight through. Tell us about those.
So this spring I stress fractured my back, and I was out all summer until the final week, and that was just a huge setback for me, not learning wise, but just physically wise. I wasn't able to stay in the gym. I was very limited, and the only way to really push through, especially here, is just continuing physical therapy and training as hard as you can with whatever you're limited to.
Right, and was it something that was slow? It was a slow comeback, I imagine?
It was powerlifting. It was a mix of powerlifting and basketball, just overwork and stressed my back just over time and broke it, so I had to sit out for a while there.
Right, and how was this much? I asked Jack, how was that having to sit and watch?
I mean, it was really rough. I mean, obviously you get to see your friends out there, just makes you hurt inside knowing you could have been out there if you just took it more easy, but I mean, it only makes you stronger, so.
Sure, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Sure.
Tell us, I know you played for Coach Leckleitner. Tell us about your relationship with him and how he's helped you become the player you are.
Yeah, so I've known him all 3 years. He was actually basketball coach and football coach, so I've been really connected with him, and I was going to quit football sophomore year to play basketball, and he is the reason I stayed in. He told me how much he needed me and wanted me to keep playing, so that's why I'm still here.
So are you still playing basketball, or did you shift totally
to
to
be
football?
determined, but I'd say right now I'm more shifted on football.
Right. Well, I think it was a good choice if you had to choose between the two. You said that your greatest Scott memory, I thought this was interesting. You know, most Scott memories are from the state championship. You said yours was last year in the state championship game. Tell me why.
I'd say it was not as much of a great memory as a learning experience to know we need to do better this year and how we can keep improving. And I mean, even making it as far as state championship, regardless of the loss, was just a crazy experience. Walking around the stadium with your friends, it was just really cool.
Right. Something you want to go back to.
Yeah,
I'm assuming. Sure. Well, that's great. Well, Dennis, we'll move over to you. You've had a great start to the year, even though you're 9 games in. Hatcher goes down. You step up immediately. How's it been for you, the transition into the starting lineup?
I mean, I think it's fine. Coach Burt always rotated us at like almost every other drive. So I was kind of comfortable with being in with the starters. Because in the Heath game, I started that game as well. But yeah, I think I adjusted pretty well towards it.
Right. Seems like you are, watching you from the stands and the press box. For the year, here are your stats. You've had 3 solos, 16 assists, 1 tackle for loss. It looks like 8 quarterback pressures. So you and Cook are doing a heck of a job right there. 2 passes broken up, and let's see, forced fumble and fumble recovery. So does that sound like the most of it right there?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about playing for Coach Burt. I know he's one of the toughest coaches here, at least reputation-wise. How does he get the best out of you?
I think Coach Burt, he just wants us to be the best that we can. He pushes us to the max, but at the same time, he's like your best friend on the field. He's always with you. Like he always jokes around with us. He always we go to dinner on Wednesdays as a.
Are we keeping you from it?
No. But yeah, no. Coach Burt, if he wants us to do something, he'll like tell us how to do it, teach us to do it, all that, and yeah.
And we skipped over your youth. Tell us about, did you play Y ball or 11 man?
Yeah, I played YMCA football. Chaos was my team. I played with Henry Hobbs, another defensive lineman. I think he's the only one that still plays though.
Tell me, you guys have got probably 7 or 8 guys who roll in just one after another. Yes. Tell us, I know there's some guys that go, I wish I could play every down, but you got to see the advantage of having that many good guys that can do this.
Oh yeah, Coach Burt, he developed a bunch of like us and underclassmen like Flint and Nick, and we all rotate usually like every other drive or something like that to keep fresh legs up there. So because the O-linemen usually play the whole entire game, while we switching out, so we're not as tired as them, so it gives us an advantage in that.
Right. And how much when the offense is on the field, how much talking are you guys doing amongst the 8 of you about what you're seeing on the field, what he's seeing off the field, so forth?
Yeah, so after we have our defensive meeting, we go into like a position groups, and Coach Burt's always like telling us what we did wrong, how we could improve it, and what we could fix, and then we give our feedback on what we see on the field, and we go from there to see what adjustments we can make. to improve that.
And any, on your side, I ask these guys, any injuries or setbacks, or only minor stuff for you?
Just minor stuff. Nothing really that kept me out of the game.
Now, you played behind some great defensive linemen during your time at the high school here, from last year, Turner, Amin El-Amadi, Hank Lee, to Jack Curtis, Henry Richter, Judge Ella. What did you learn about how to play defensive line from watching those guys?
Well, honestly, I didn't really get into football till middle or early or late elementary school. Sorry.
Okay.
And the person that got me into football was my brother, which he also played defensive line.
Okay.
He actually played with Curtis and Richter.
Okay.
So that's I think I learned a bunch of I learned how to play D-line and what I need to do towards that, and playing with Daniel and Amin. Those are the two of the hard working guys I've been with. They're great. I still keep in touch with them as well. So.
Have you conversed with Daniel or Amin, either one?
Yeah, I talked to Daniel. Actually came not that long ago. He actually, I think, tore his ACL.
Oh, did he? I'm sorry.
But I think he's still playing at WNL, and he's having a fun time, he's saying. And
last question, who's had the biggest impact, or who's the biggest role model in your life to this point?
I would say my dad, totally, and my mom as well. My dad.
Give your mom some love, too.
Yeah. Well, both my parents moved here from Russia when they were 18, so, by themselves too. So, and they worked really hard to get where they are right now. And my dad always teaches me a bunch of little minor things that could help me later in life.
Right. That's great that all three of y'all have got people like that who you can model your life after and get to where you want to be. Well, fellas, we appreciate you taking the time. Big week this week against Midlothian, district championship on the line. We wish you all the best. And not just this week, hopefully far on down the road in the playoffs. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I hope I don't give off this VIP persona, but Sewell has kind of messed with my head in that way to kind of make me feel like I'm a VIP when it comes to cars. My husband will joke, he's like, you're obsessed with your car. I'm like, I am. I'm not a car person, but I'm obsessed with my car because of Sewell. I will always drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Cadillac.
The best part about being a neighborhood bank is the neighborhood. It's the parks, the games, and the friendly faces we see on the streets and in our lobby. Because at Benchmark, it's not about numbers, it's about neighbors, our neighbors.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Scott's find a way.
Scott's find a way.
Scott's find a way.
Scott, find a way.
Receiver has Saucedet at the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Scott's find a way. Scott's find a way.
It's caught. He didn't get in. Highland Park is back-to-back state champion.
Scott's find a way.
Scott's find a way.
We are Dallas-born, Dallas-based, and family-owned. We support the Highland Park Scots.
It's the Baker Brothers replay. The best offense is a good defense. Baker Brothers blocked those surges before they could take it to the house.
That play was electric.
That's right, Jimmy.
Shocking, even?
We get it, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's electric special.
Hello, Trouble. We've sparred once or twice before. Back in the days when you used to scare me. Now, I'm coming for you. Just to show you what I'm made of and who's in my corner. So go ahead. Tell me I can't do it. Then watch me.
Vista Bank, powering Friday Night Lights since 1912.
Conveniently located between Lovers Lane and University Boulevard on Preston Road. Not Just Soccer is locally owned and has served the Highland Park community for youth sports equipment needs since 1989. Whether you're looking for soccer, football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, or lacrosse equipment, they carry it all, and they take pride with specialists in each sport, and in many circumstances, you'll be helped by a current Highland Park athlete. Go Scots! the official burger of Highland Park football.
Burger House keeps my O-line fueled for the big games.
I got your back.
Mouth-watering burgers, famous fries, handmade shakes and malts made the old-fashioned way, like they were back in 1951, when we first opened our doors. Next time you have the urge for a double-double and Jack's Famous Fries, stop in and step back in time to our neighborhood restaurant. We would love to see you. Go Scots!
I love the idea that when you pull into the service garage, your name comes up on the screen. I will always drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at our Dallas and Fort Worth Sewell Infiniti locations.
The best part about being a neighborhood bank is the neighborhood. It's the parks. It's the ball games. And it's the people we get to call neighbors. It's the friendly faces we see on the streets and in our lobby. Because at Benchmark, it's not about numbers, it's about neighbors. Our neighbors. Benchmark has your back. Benchmark Bank, family owned by Texans since 1964.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Scots find a way.
Scots find a way.
Scots find a way.
Scott, find a way.
Receiver has sauced it at the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Scots, find a way. Scots, find a way.
It's caught. He didn't get in. Highland Park is back-to-back state champions.
Scots find a way.
Scots, find a way.
We are Dallas-born, Dallas-based, and family-owned. We support the Highland Park Scots.
It's the Baker Brothers replay. Team Baker Brothers really stopped that running toilet in its tracks. No more running toilets.
Now that's what I call a bathroom break.
Okay, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's great deal from Baker Brothers.
Hello, Trouble. We've sparred once or twice before. Back in the days when you used to scare me. Now, I'm coming for you. Just to show you what I'm made of and who's in my corner. So go ahead. Tell me I can do it. Then watch me.
Vista Bank, powering Friday Night Lights since 1912.
Conveniently located between Lovers Lane and University Boulevard on Preston Road. Not Just Soccer is locally owned and has served the Highland Park community for youth sports equipment needs since 1989. Whether you're looking for soccer, football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, or lacrosse equipment, they carry it all, and they take pride with specialists in each sport, and in many circumstances, you'll be helped by a current Highland Park athlete. Go Scots! The official burger of Highland Park football.
Burger House keeps my O-line fueled for the big games.
I got your back.
Mouth-watering burgers, famous fries, handmade shakes and malts made the old-fashioned way, like they were back in 1951, when we first opened our doors. Next time you have the urge for a double-double and Jack's Famous Fries, stop in and step back in time to our neighborhood restaurant. We would love to see you. Go Scots!
Highland Park High School proudly presents the 2025 Highland Bells. Lieutenants from left to right are Elizabeth Slates, Josie Borders, Ashley Mowen, Sadie Baker, and Dylan Roy. For your halftime entertainment, the Bells will perform a hoop routine to Take Control.
Just about ready to get the third quarter underway here from Highlander Stadium, Randy Allen Field, and it is a 21-14 Highland Park lead. Take a look at those first half numbers. Dramatically different than what we saw in the first quarter. Highland Park 241 total yards after having only 8 in the first quarter. 213 from Midlothian. Scots and Panthers both doing most of their work through the air.
Time of possession, a little shocking. 15 for Midlothian, only 8 for the Scots. But when you have those short minute-and-a-half drives, that's what happens.
8 first downs apiece. Only 1 flag in the first half and 1 turnover went against Highland Park. That was an interception.
Well, the Scots are going to be kicking off to Midlothian. Defense needs to set the tone early on. This is the type of game that you ought to be for the district championship. You get the feeling both these teams, both deserving.
Senior night tonight here at Highlander Stadium. The team in all blue uniforms tonight. And of course next week it'll be a home playoff game, most likely against Lake Belton. I believe that has already been decided. Lake Belton, with a win last night, will finish 4th out of District 8-5A. Georgetown and Cedar Park are battling it out for, kind of like Highland Park and Midlothian. Georgetown wins tonight, they're the outright champion. If Cedar Park wins, they share the championship, and Cedar Park would get the #1 seed in the playoffs.
Again, the way it works, first and second place team in each district have an automatic home game. Third and fourth teams in each district, automatic road game. So that's why Lake Belton will have to make the trip all the way up here from Central Texas.
And if you've been watching the 5-5A standings, Lone Star finished first in that district undefeated. Wakeland comes in second, Reedy third, and Frisco finished 4th in that district, no matter what happens tonight.
Sutton Stock getting the instructions from the signals from Coach Leiter and Coach Corbett about where they want the ball kicked.
Our kickoff brought to you by Davidson Bogle Real Estate. Land is their business. Sutton Stock puts foot to football. And again, it's going to be a high end-over-end kick. Fielded at the 19. Brought back out to about the 27. And not much more than that for Highland Park. For Midlothian. Cohen Buchanan on the return.
Well, it's always fun to see the adjustments that are made at halftime. Scots do such a good job. Let's see who comes out on top here. Ronan Moreland, Martin True back at safety, Doolin, Sumner at the corners, McMurray, Satcher, and Lazenby. Oh boy.
Here goes Archie. And Archie is going to rip off a run into Highland Park territory all the way down to the 46-yard line. 25 yards. One of the things Coach Allen talked to us a little bit about was those chunk plays that Midlothian is able to get. Running plays of 20 or more yards. They had 38 of them coming into the game tonight.
Well,
That is the first one tonight.
Bo Jones in position to make that play, just needs to blow up that lead blocker.
Going in motion, that's Azuna. He'll take the inside handoff, turn the corner, and pick up 4 more. Dennis Prowse steps in there to make the tackle. Highland Park's defense allowing right at 350 yards a game, 192 through the air, 159 on the ground.
And Prowse, if you remember, Russell, wasn't even starting earlier in the year. Hatcher Phillips was there. He goes down to knee injury. Prowse stepping up in a big way to fill those shoes.
Second down 6 from Highland Park's 42-yard line. Inside handoff.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Michael Archie to the 40.
Right there, that's Glenn McMurray. Graham Rogers stepping up to squeeze the Midlothian running back Archie. Right there, there's nowhere to go when you played gap control like that.
Panthers were 2 of 8 on third down conversions in the first half. This will be their first third down attempt of the second half. That's going to be Azuna in motion. Fake the handoff.
Pluto.
And right up the middle. And it's going to be close.
Hobbs. That's the Pluto play. You fake the stretch sweep to the left. Wendell pulls the ball out, heads straight up the middle, and Hobbs is there to wrestle him back down. Is it first down or not? I don't know if the officials have made a decision yet because it's so close.
I thought they had signaled for him to move the chains. By the way, our replays this quarter are brought to you by Origin Bank. Every dream has an origin. Start your dream today at Origin Bank.
I don't know how the official can make that call without measuring it right there. They just eyeballed it and said first down. I guess that's the mode of operation now because you don't see many measurements anymore. Not really.
No. Jay Ellis asked if it was on a yard line. It was not.
Jumped a little early. Midlothian
on first down. Whistle this one dead. Midlothian's moving.
False start.
Early movement by Midlothian should be.
5-yard penalty. We play first down. Thank you.
There was one 3-yard penalty between these two teams in the first half. It went against Midlothian. This is a penalty against the Panthers as well. Moves them back 5 yards.
I love it. Thomas Cook picks up the official's flag and tosses back to him as if to say, you're going to need this again here. They're going to do something else wrong. We want you to be ready.
Adrian Alvarado at center for the Panthers. He's got Joshua Mendoza and Ethan Myers at guards. And he's got that big tackle. Quarterback faked the handoff and won't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, that's David Davis.
Park had a lot of people in there.
That's Dennis Prowse again with help from David Satcher. Don't know if we can get a replay of that. Watch this right here. Quarterback tries to keep it. Cook makes first contact, and then it's Prowse along with Hobbs finishing it up.
Second down long. Brings me back to the tackles. Devin Coulter to one side. The other side is Noah Best. Look at number 76. He's an Oklahoma commit.
There it is again.
A wide open receiver. Split the seam.
Ball.
Picked up by Highland Park.
Yes, sir. That's
this
true.
Is Martin True. Martin True returns it to the 35.
He's still going.
Still on his feet.
40,
45, 50. He's down to the 45-yard line. Finally tackled. Highland Park's got it going the other way.
Wow. Right there. And a little slant route again to Brendan Jackson over the middle. Looks like it's going to be a big play right there for Midlothian, but it looks like True or Jones that strips the ball. True comes up with it and brings it back into Midlothian territory.
There's that slam into the turnover bucket right there. Martin True stripped the ball out and picked it up himself. That turnover for Highland Park Cowboys football.
Boy, Midlothian is knocking on the door if they hold on to the ball there. Big play in this game. Here we go. Oh, lead block. Great lead block right there by Stuart Allday. Getting out in front of Matthew White. Look at Bobby Leidner exhorting his troops what they need to do to win this game. Cooper All right there in front of you, in front of number 78.
There's a draw play to Matthew White. He'll get dragged down after a pickup of a couple.
Yeah, that was a play where Matthew White right up the middle, Stuart Allday right behind him on the power.
Second down, very short yardage. James Flowers checks in for the Scots.
Well, they're going to give... Oh, Matthew White.
Second down, Highland Park. They need 10 for a first down. They've got to get to the 26.
Here comes the blitz.
Two in the backfield.
Pitch it. Oh, beautiful.
To Flowers.
There we go.
And Flowers splits the defense. Flowers with a first down. James Flowers had 4 carries last week for 3 touchdowns. I don't think he went over 10 yards last week. This time on this run, goes for 12.
What a call by Coach Allen. One of the fastest ways to beat an inside double blitz like you just saw was to have the option called, because you take it to the corner and pitch it. Everybody's tied up inside. Nobody to get back outside and make the play.
First down, Scots. A scrimmage from the right hash mark. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right.
Here it comes the other way.
Play this way. This time Buck Randall's thinking about himself.
There we go.
Found a little bit of a soft spot right there. He'll get 4 yards. Stepping in to make the tackle, Jared Pope. One more time.
Scots are so adept at that. Lead blocker right there is James Flowers. Got a big Stewart all day pulling out in front, trying to seal the backer for him. But he gets tackled from the inside out right there, but still picks up nice yardage, 5 yards on first down.
6:40 to play, third quarter. Scots are driving up 21-14. They got the ball after a fumble picked up and returned by Martin True.
Nice. Look at those steps.
Matthew White with a great cut as he crossed through into the secondary. And he will take this one down to about the 2-yard line.
Boy, what a nice cut. Watch Matthew White here. Hop inside, give him a limp leg. Now run over the safety. Number 10 got a headache right there because of Matthew White.
15 yards for Matthew White. Highland Park into the red zone. This trip into the red zone for Randall Dentistry, restoring Scott smiles for a lifetime.
He's in.
Here's James Flowers. Touchdown, Highland Park. James Flowers, his 4th touchdown in 2 games.
James Flowers, he doesn't run the ball unless he can score a touchdown. Nice work by the Scots, pounding Midlothian into submission right now.
Touchdown for Bob Lilly Promotions. Our extra point for Kensington Vanguard national title to come now.
What a drive by the Scots after picking up that fumble.
Sutton Stock is now 45 of 46 on PATs. Trying to make it a 2-touchdown lead.
Cash Tanner snapping.
High snap. Nice hole there by Ronan Moreland, who had to go up and grab the ball and bring it down, put it on the tee. We need to go to a break. We're going to watch this as we go to a break, but we've got a very special commercial we want to go to right here. This is going to be a Burger House commercial. We'll tell you a little bit about it when we come back. The official burger of Highland Park football.
Burger House keeps my O-line fueled for the big games.
I got your back.
Mouth-watering burgers, famous fries, handmade shakes and malts made the old-fashioned way, like they were back in 1951, when we first opened our doors. Next time you have the urge for a double-double and Jack's Famous Fries, stop in and step back in time to our neighborhood restaurant. We would love to see you. Go Scots! Back at Highlander Stadium, I'd like to pass along our wishes to all of those in the Burger House family. The owner of Burger House, Angelo, on hospice. Very sweet family. Angelo Gentilis. 95 years old. We're thinking about you, brother. They have had Burger House for close to 30 years. And we just wish the family all the best and let you know we're thinking about you.
Oh, boy.
From the 12-yard line, this is going to be brought out by Midlothian's Carson Kemp.
That tackle made by Tripp Wolf right there. And when the Midlothian ball carrier cuts back the other way, Wolf's there to make the play. Here's that scoring drive for the Scots. They go 46 yards in 6 plays, take 2:34 off the clock. The touchdown, 3-yard run off right side by James Flowers. Stock has the extra point. And with 5:57 to go in the third quarter, it's Highland Park 28, Midlothian 14. This drive recap brought to you by Travis Spillman, DDS.
Justin Robertson at quarterback now for Midlothian. He replaces Bo Wendell. He's not played a lot this season, but he's in there and he'll hand it off. This is John Azuna trying to turn the corner.
Not going to happen.
He got to the edge and then got tackled.
And that right there again is Dylan Palmer along with the buddy, the sophomore. That's Graham Rogers, who continues to make plays. There's Davis Satcher, the first one to get there. Then gets help from all his teammates.
2nd down and 10 after no gain on the first play. 5.5 to play, 3rd quarter. 2-touchdown lead, Highland Park.
Do you see Sumner, Jack Sumner, squeeze over?
Roberts still in at quarterback. Move it around the left side this time. Little bit of room there, not a lot for John Azuna.
And again, Beckett Curtis coming in the bottom of the pile. Remember, Beckett had that fumble recovery for a touchdown last week. Lots of help right there. Again, Dennis Prowse all over the place for the Scots.
Again, I replays this quarter for Origin Bank. Every dream has an origin. Start yours today at Origin Bank. 3rd and long tonight, 0 for 5. That's what the Panthers are on 3rd and long. There is a pass completion, their first 3rd and long they pick up tonight. And it is a completion to Brendan Jackson, who's having a night tonight. Beckett Curtis is in there to make the tackle. Jackson now 7 catches for 163 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Again, the backers have to step up, and when they do, opens up more windows for those inside cuts and stop routes.
Only the 5th individual that Highland Park's allowed to go for more than 100 yards receiving this year. Rogers steps in, makes the stop. Dylan Palmer is in there for Highland Park as well after the 4-yard run.
See what Thomas Cook can do.
Pistol look formation this time. 88, Tate McCoy off to the right side.
Looks like man coverage. Sumner.
Justice Roberts coming into the game had only thrown for 186 yards this season. Was 12 of 22. Again, the handoff goes right up the middle. Look who's there again. Dylan Palmer and Dennis Prowse.
Well, Prowse is, again, making some plays, and it's his job on that dive to take the dive back right there, and he's doing it. Number 60, offensive guard or offensive tackle for Midlothian, Coulter, can't stop him.
Watch Big 76. We talked about him a little bit earlier. The OU commit Noah Best, their best offensive lineman, 6'4", 305 pounds.
There's that double sniffer look, Russell. We're going to pound the ball.
Azuna in motion.
Oh, nothing
right
there.
Up the middle. There's not a lot. On second effort, Archie will, get 1, 2?
We got close.
Not
nice
much.
work
Let's
inside.
take another look at him up close.
Nick Vander Westhuizen making the hit. Number 11, Thomas Cook on a leg. Along with Graham Rogers again, inside linebacker. 4th down, big play for the Scots defense.
Noah Best ended up on top of him. That didn't feel too good. Play action. Here comes the rush. The throw caught. Guess who? Brendan Jackson one more time. Another first down. Ronan Moreland's got it. Another 10-yard pickup. Move the chains again. And the Panthers moving it downfield, keeping the chains moving. They're down 2 touchdowns.
And if you're wondering about the Bo Wendell, the Midlothian quarterback, why he's out of the game, Jay Ellis told us halftime he may have been playing with a broken foot, and they may have been exasperated.
He is the son of head coach Doug Wendell. Justice again wants to throw, in trouble. He lets this one go. Somehow got it complete down there to Cohen and Buchanan. 13 yards. Move the chains one more time. Martin True is there.
True right there to make the play. Roberts doing a good job of stepping up to avoid the pressure from the Highland Park defensive ends coming around the edge.
Buchanan and Jackson have all of the receiving yards. There's a handoff, and the quarterback finds no place to go. He's not a big guy. When he ran into the defensive line, he kind of disappeared.
He finds Bo Jones' loving arms right here. Nope, you're not going anywhere. That's what Bo's best at. Henry Hobbs, head up on the center.
11th play of the drive. Play action. Quarterback in trouble. He's got wide open space. 10, 9. He'll step out of bounds. Another first down. That's a 15-yard run by Justice Roberts, the quarterback.
That's loss contained right here. You got to keep your rush lanes pure and not bite up inside or bite up outside and run around him. Allow the quarterback a lane to run in. See if Scots can stiffen up, force a field goal.
First and goal to go from the 9. Here comes the veer. Roberts keeps it. Roberts won't get very far. Again, Rogers tied him up around the ankles.
Rogers again, just a nose for the ball. Option look, quarterback does not want to pitch. Look at Graham Rogers on the ground, on his knees, lunges to make that tackle.
Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Second goal to go. From the 6, middle of the field. 3 wide receivers, tight end set off to the left. Roberts. Ball's batted down.
Whoa.
One of the rushers got a hand up there and knocked it down for Highland Park.
That was that true? That was Ronan Moreland along with number 91, Nick Vander Westhuizen.
That's who got his hand on it.
Yep. Vander Westhuizen, big guy. See him right there. Tall young man. Hobbs, Nick.
Third and goal to go.
And Cook inside.
Pistol look formation.
Oh, boy.
Touchdown. Michael Archie. 6-yard touchdown run.
Just like that, Midlothian's back. All the action going to the left. Archie coming back to the right. Catches the Scots looking.
Here comes the extra point. Noah Terry steps into it, and he makes it a 1-touchdown score.
Great effort by Dean Doolin to block that. He's diving every time. He'll get one before the year's over.
23 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and it's now 28-20, and we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this.
The best part about being a neighborhood bank is the neighborhood. It's the parks. It's the ball games. And it's the people we get to call neighbors. It's the friendly faces we see on the streets and in our lobby. Because at Benchmark, it's not about numbers. It's about neighbors. Our neighbors. Benchmark has your back. Benchmark Bank, family owned by Texans since 1964.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Baker Brothers did a great job replacing my HVAC system and saving me money. Jimmy, show them what you did to that old unit.
Mission Control, Houston, we are using...
It's good. No, it's great. Great service.
Here's that scoring drive for Midlothian. They needed it desperately and got it. They go 72 yards in 14 plays. The touchdown, the onside kick. Whoa.
Ball's going to go out of bounds. Almost money for Midlothian.
That's number 18 right there. That's Jack Swaldy, I believe, getting the ball. Let's see the replay on that. Scots did not have the hands team out. We're not expecting an onside, but they get it. Anyway, they go 72 yards in 14 plays, take 5:34 to drive the field. Touchdown, a 6-yard TD run off the right side by Archie. Extra point is good, and with 23 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's Highland Park 28, Midlothian 21.
Scots have pretty good field position after covering the onside kick. They'll take over at their own 49. 23 seconds to go, third quarter. Highland Park up by 7.
The draw.
Here's that draw play. And there's running room. Oh! All the way down to the 46-yard line. Isaiah Lee, a little scat back, gets some yardage. Kemp on the tackle for the Panthers.
Sprint draw has been a good play for the Scots. Get big linemen out blocking in front. I believe that was Trip Townsend, if I'm not mistaken. And just get tripped up as the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter.
That's Trip Townsend out in front blocking. Isaiah, if he gets through that one tackle, he may be off to the races.
Get the fourth quarter started right after this timeout.
Hello, Trouble. We've sparred once or twice before. Back in the days when you used to scare me. Now, I'm coming for you. Just to show you what I'm made of and who's in my corner. So go ahead. Tell me I can't do it. Then watch me.
Vista Bank, powering Friday Night Lights since 1912.
Ready to get the fourth quarter started here at Highlander Stadium again for the district championship. Highland Park and Midlothian. Scots by 7. Through 3 quarters of play, Highland Park's got 291 yards of offense.
Harrison Cullum out on his own.
Here's Buck Randall to throw.
Yes.
As a receiver
Here we go.
wide open. Charlie Olmstead's got some grass to run on. All the way down to the 5. They're trying to strip the ball away. He holds on. First and goal to go. Highland Park. Brendan Jackson tackles him. But a great run right there by Charlie. 43 yards on the pickup.
And again, Buck Randall's moving the defense with his eyes. He was looking out to the sideline, then came back over the middle a little bit to Charlie Olmstead. Midlothian doing a good job of reading what Buck's telling them, but he's telling them that on purpose.
Inside the red zone again for Randall Dentistry, restoring Scott smiles for a lifetime. Scots. That was Highland Park's first pass play of the second half. Now from the 4-yard line, Matthew White, touchdown. He ran smack dab right over a defender to get into the end zone.
Wow, right there. Hello, Matthew White. Jake Jackson, number 21, the safety, is waiting for Matthew White at about the goal line, and Matthew just posterizes him, flattens him on his back as he goes over the top for the touchdown. Watch Matthew White right here. Good morning. He fired up right there, Matthew White.
Second touchdown of the night. He had a 55-yard touchdown run. Now he's got a short a touchdown catch. Now he's got a short touchdown run. Ronan to hold. Kicks on the way from Sutton Stock, and it is good. Highland Park takes that lead back to 14 points.
Wow, great job by the Scots. The big play, the pass over the middle to Charlie Olmstead.
And extra point for Kensington, Vanguard National title. We need to take a timeout. Let's get a look at that play as we go to the break. Conveniently located between Lovers Lane and University Boulevard on Preston Road. Not Just Soccer is locally owned and has served the Highland Park community for youth sports equipment needs since 1989. Whether you're looking for soccer, football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, or lacrosse equipment, they carry it all, and they take pride with specialists in each sport, and in many circumstances, you'll be helped by a current Highland Park athlete. Go Scots! Wanted to finish giving you those numbers. Through 3 quarters of play, Midlothian was leading Highland Park in total yards, 339 to 291. They were leading in passing, 223 to 185, and in first downs, 14 to 11.
Here's that scoring drive for the Scots. They go 51 yards in 3 plays, take 1:06 off the clock. Very quick. Touchdown, a 4-yard pound off the left side by Matthew White. Right behind Stuart Allday, Cooper Alt, and George Hunt. Stock adds the extra point. And with 11:17 to go in the game, Highland Park 35, Midlothian 21. This drive recap brought to you by Travis Spillman, DDS.
High end over end kick's going to be fielded by Carson Kemp inside the 10-yard line, and he won't get a whole lot. He's only going to bring it to the 14-yard line on the Davidson Bogle Real Estate kickoff.
For number 25, Rod Lanahan, and number 26, Will Beck, both getting down there to make the hit. That's a lot of guys that are worthy of notation.
After those two big plays by Highland Park, I told you through 3 quarters it was 339 to 291. Now it's 339 to 338. Midlothian with 1 more offensive yard than Highland Park. Robert stays in at quarterback and picks up 5 yards after he faked the handoff. He's got 7 carries for 30 yards. Langdon McMurray tackles him after that 5-yard pickup.
Langdon has been so solid all year long. He's been a bright spot for the Scots. They've had a long line of great outside backers, and Langdon is another one of them. Same thing for Satcher, Heston Lazenby as well.
2 in the backfield this time. Looking to hand it over to John Azuna, freshman. Will pick up 4 more yards down to the 25-yard line. Jay Ellis getting ready for our post-game show. We'll hear from head coach Randy Allen, and we'll also have our offensive and defensive and special teams players. Brian Sperry will have our post-game stats. All that coming up on our post-game show tonight, brought to you by Burger House.
Bo Jones in there along with Langdon again, and Prowse on the tackle.
Needed 1. Midlothian will get 3.
Ben Gordon's entered the game for the Scots, inside linebacker, along with Graham Rogers. I think that was Ben right there making his play. Look at Davis Satcher fighting off the offensive tackle for Midlothian.
Odelay Tex-Mex Restaurant brings you our instant replays here in the 4th quarter. Azuna in motion. He'll get the pitch. Got around the corner. He'll pick up 10. Knocked out of bounds right at the marker. They'll move the chains. Blake Newman will get credit for shoving him out of bounds, taking him down.
Newman doing a lot of good stuff when he's in there. The problem for Midlothian is that they are eating clock fast.
Davis Satcher comes up, makes it a 4-man defensive line for Highland Park. Michael Archie again. Archie does a nice job of following big number 76, Noah Best. As he opened the hole, he gets 7 yards. McMurray will tackle him.
Scots have, looks like Dennis Prowse. That Dennis Prowse hobbling off the field. Looks like he's okay, but may have gotten banged up a little bit right there.
Cross your fingers, hope it's not anything
he's okay.
Serious.
Dylan Palmer in his place next to.
Our thanks to Dr. Field Scoville. He helps bring you Highland Park football, and luckily we haven't had too many injuries to talk about tonight. But Dr. Field Scoville brings you all of our injury reports. Play action fake, wide open across the middle. Buchanan snags that one, pulls it down, and coming in to make the tackle.
It's Langdon McMurray.
That's a 14-yard pass and catch.
Again, if you're not playing man, you got those dead spots in the zone that good receivers will find. And again, with the threat of a play action run, you have to honor that, and that's going to open up the back end. You see Hobbs, Cook, Palmer up front. Satcher comes down now as well.
Here's Michael Archie one more time. When that offensive line is getting such a push that they're getting 3 or 4 or 5 yards every single whack.
Right. And again, movement is what gives teams like this trouble.
Michael Archie now 14 carries, 69 rushing yards, and a touchdown.
7 minutes, 58 seconds in running.
Winner gets the #1 seed in the playoffs. Play action. Tried to get it to Buchanan off of his fingertips. Defending on the play, Jack Sumner. Incomplete. 3rd down.
Scott's got a 2-score lead, but don't want to give up anything quick and cheap.
Nick Vander Westhuizen comes back in for the Scots. Panthers were 2 of 8 on 3rd down conversions in the first half. In the second half, they're 4 of 5.
There's that bunch set off to the bottom of your screen.
Send a man in motion. We got people going downfield way too early.
Big offensive tackle Noah Best, I believe.
I think it was Francis Harissa was already across the line of scrimmage when they snapped the ball. Man in motion, turned upfield.
False start on the offense. Number 17, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Let's check in with Jay Ellis real quick along the sideline for Massero.
A couple of guys moved. 17 went forward on motion early, and that drew the big offensive tackle Jim was mentioning. Noah, Best?
Yes.
If you watch him, he leans forward quite a bit and puts a lot of weight on that hand, and often he has to wait for a long time. Any chance he gets to come out of the stance, he wants to. And now he's going to be pass blocking, backing up this play.
Roberts.
Oh, it's a sack.
Sacked.
Wow.
Highland Park got to him. Thomas Cook is in there. Also in there is Dylan Palmer.
Right, it was a matter of time. Thomas Cook gets in there, tries to bat the ball down, then sticks his big paw out, and with Dylan Palmer's help, brings down the Midlothian quarterback.
There is a flag down. Let's see what this is going to be.
It's just a matter of time for Thomas Cook to get there.
Holding on the defense, number 17. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, and an automatic 1st down.
Highland Park's first flag of the night.
You got to be happy with that. One penalty all night long, and we're 7 minutes to go in the game. We wish it wasn't right there, but nevertheless.
7:27 to play. Archie's in the backfield. Play action. Tried to get it on that post pattern. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for Buchanan. Jack Sumner defending on the play.
You got to be ready to go. You're playing against a receiver like that.
There's the Highlander marching band. Two in the backfield.
Whoa, good push.
Handoff up the middle, Michael Archie. He
may be gone.
Is gone. Second touchdown of the night, his second touchdown of the season, and it's a 1 touchdown difference.
Yep, this
31 yards on the run.
This game may feel over to some people, but it is not over. Finally, looks like Midlothian gets the big push they want from their offensive line, and when that happens, you got your running back up in the secondary before the safeties have time to even react.
Noah Terry with the PAT. It's 35-28 now with 7:08 to go in our football game. We need to go to a break. We'll take a look at this one as we go to commercial. One more time, a look at this run by Michael Archie.
I hope I don't give off like this VIP persona, but Sewell has kind of messed with my head in that way to kind of make me feel like I'm a VIP when it comes to cars. My husband will joke, he's like, you're obsessed with your car. I'm like, I am. I'm not a car person, but I'm obsessed with my car because of Sewell. I will always drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Cadillac.
I don't want to give the ball.
Plays here in the fourth quarter brought to you by Odelay Tex-Mex. Here's that touchdown run, Michael Archie.
You see out there, just got into the secondary so fast they don't have time to react. But Scott's now be looking for another possible onside kick. Dodged a bullet a little bit with the first one. Ball went out of bounds. So the hands team probably coming out now.
Yep.
Here's that scoring drive for Midlothian. They go 84 yards this time in 10 plays. Take 4:04 off the clock. Touchdown, a 31-yard dive by Michael Archie. Extra point is good. And with 7:08 to go in the game, it's Highland Park 35, Midlothian 28. Archie has 15 carries for 100 yards and 2 TDs.
They've got set up for the onside kick. Highland Park thinks it's coming, and there it is. It's going to be picked up. Nice job there by Charlie Olmstead. And he fielded it on a bounce.
I think he was being conservative, which is a good thing, but I think he was thinking about taking off. Kid did an onside kick and score.
He just needed to beat one person, didn't he?
Yeah, really. You watch this right here. They don't really kick the ball wide enough, and Charlie gets it on a hop, and I think he was thinking about, hey, I could probably score on this.
Kind of ran into Cash Tanner right there, too. That might have slowed him down just a bit.
Well, after the game tonight, he'll say, Cash, I'd have had it if not for you. As they're enjoying their IHOP.
There you go. Highland Park snapping the ball for only the 10th time here in the second half. Isaiah Lee spins up for 1 yard. Foster Mason comes off the defensive end and makes the tackle.
Scots need to find a way to sustain a drive right here. I got to brag a little bit on Benton Weathersby, the sophomore right guard. He's been going against number 13, Cesare Williams, all night long, along with the big boy, Jacob Cheek, number 78. Really held his own, doing well.
We'll check in. Pat Sauer's got something for us in just a second. Let's run this play. Scott's in no hurry to snap the ball. Option. Matthew White in trouble. That one was not looking good from the start. Jacob Anderson on the tackle. Let's check in with Pat Sauer for Macero in Inwood Village.
Hey, guys, I've got an old fan favorite here. He's not that old. George Stewart. He's the older brother of T. Stewart, and T plays corner, which is the same position George played. George, I have to ask you this. Kemp was a year ahead of you. You dominated him when you covered him, right?
I don't think that's what he would say, but we certainly had some good battles in practice, and we're still real close.
Back to you guys.
Here's Buck Randall to throw out of an empty set formation. Tried to slide it in there underneath to Cannon Bozeman. A little bit short. That was the first third down situation for the Scots of the second half, now 4th and long. Go ahead, Pat.
They're back to us, George. George made a play in the 2016 state playoff run. 4th and 2, scores 14-7. Do you remember that play at all?
I do remember it, but I definitely blacked out. It was a fun game, and the whole team came together for that one.
Yeah, so just so everybody knows that doesn't remember seeing it, George swatted the ball away on 4th and 2 on the goal line, 4th and goal at the 2, and ended the game.
Midlothian.
So he's one of our heroes of our first in a long time state championship. Thanks a lot, George. Good to see you.
Thank you.
I think their head coach over there was a little upset. I don't know that he wanted that timeout. Doug Wendell.
I don't know what he was so upset about, though.
Well, to be honest with you, head coach Randy Allen was indicating timeout. I don't think the officials saw him, though.
One of those deals, the first one you see is the one you're going to call it to.
5:42 to play in the game.
Hey, Midlothian is pumped. They think if they can force a punt right here, they can go down and score and possibly tie it up. Scots, you would think, have been in this situation before, would go with the quarterback pooch kick.
Scots and Panthers played for the district championship down in Midlothian last year. Highland Park won that game 38-21.
Highland Park jumped out on top by 21 points very early.
On 4th down, Buck Randall clap his hands and calling for it, then turns and looks to the sideline. Now he's going to punt it away. Nobody deep.
Up, here we go.
10.
Come on, Harrison. Oh, no, bat it out, bat it out.
Almost.
You had to bat it out. That's good effort by Harrison Cullum.
50 yards on the punt, and they'll bring it out to the 25. It's going to be, the 20. It's going to be first down for the Panthers. 5.5 minutes to go, and it's a one-touchdown game.
Well, this is the way it's supposed to be. District championship on the line. Got to earn it. Defense got to step up.
Wanted to say hi to a couple of guys that are watching in Fort Worth tonight. Kent Nix and Corey Nix. Kent Nix played with Buck Randall's grandfather at TCU back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
There's a quarterback up the middle. Not much going right there.
That is
1 yard. Graham Rogers steps in and clogs things up.
Graham Rogers knows where the ball's going. Watch him right here. Step up, get in the hole, shut it down. Great effort by Rogers, getting some help there from Charlie Flint, the sophomore defensive end.
2nd down and long.
That's where you want him now.
Roberts.
Almost.
He'll pick up 4. Let's call it 3. They're going to spot him down on the 24. Langdon McMurray. Odelay Tex-Mex replay.
Good job right there. Thomas Cook almost has him. Then Langdon McMurray falls back inside when Cook forces him outside. Once again, Charlie Flint cleaning up. Big play here. 3rd and 6. Let's see if the Scots can get in the face of the quarterback. You want to be district champ, earn it right now.
Again, Justin Robertson at quarterback. Has time. Now he throws. Has a receiver. It's caught. It's not going to be a first down. Brendan Jackson won't get there. Graham Rogers drags him down.
Boy,
he got 6. He needed about 8.
That's a sophomore right there, Kevin, out of the backfield like a pro, getting in his hip pocket, bringing him down before he can get the first down against a very talented receiver. Here we go.
That's Nick Vanderwesthuizen encouraging the crowd to get into this on 4th and short yardage. Quarterback keeper, Justice Roberts will get the first down. 4-yard run. He just slithered in there behind his offensive lineman, and he picks up the 20th, the first down of the night for the Panthers.
Dylan Palmer back in the game for the Scots. Nick Vanderwesthuizen out. Again, the clock's going to become a factor before long. 3:30 to go.
First down. Pass across the middle. Nice play down there by Ronan Moreland. I think he got a hand on the ball to tip it away.
He certainly distracted the receiver if he didn't get a hand on the ball. Great effort, Ronan Moreland, showing again why he's been a playmaker all year long, along with Martin True.
Jaden Townsend was the intended receiver.
Again, 2nd long, right where the Scots want him. Let's come after him.
3 wide receivers. And again, Roberts to throw. Here comes the rush. Oh, he took a shot.
Oh, wow.
Roberts took a shot. He is bent over, breathing heavy right now after he got hit.
Who was it? Did we see? That's what you got to do. You got to hit the quarterback. Even if you don't make the play, he'll feel it. Oh, yeah, right there. That's Bo Jones, not the guy you want to meet face-to-face in a dark alley.
Clock stops at 3:23, 3rd and 10.
Scots need to tee it.
35-28. Highland Park leads.
Tee it up. Tee it up.
Roberts to throw. Goes long. He just throws that one up for grabs, and it's going to be incomplete. Martin True was in coverage.
Brendan Jackson, the intended receiver. And now the district championship may come down to one play. 4th and 10 for Midlothian.
Panthers have to go for it right here. Thomas Cook trying to get his defensive teammates to get geared up. Ready to go.
Pin your ears back.
Davis
go sick them.
Says, come on, let's go.
Scots can take home the district championship with one play right here.
4th down. Roberts to throw.
Oh, no.
Incomplete. He threw it way over the receiver's head, and I don't think Brendan Jackson ever got a look at it. Highland Park is forced to turnover on downs. Scott's getting back with 3:14 to go and up by 7.
Well, and that's where that hit by Bo Jones comes in. Quarterback gets banged like that. He starts to get a little skittish. He steps up in the pocket. He doesn't want to get hit again. He throws the ball high.
1st down, Highland Park.
Scott's can put the game away. Just methodically push it to the end zone.
Highland Park's closest game this year was that 4-point win over Tyler. That 70-66 blowout.
2 backs in the backfield.
Here we go. There's James Flowers. Spins down to the 28. Jake Jackson on the tackle.
Secondary is going to start edging up. It may be something open over the middle.
Pat Sowers in the stands. Let's check in with him real quick.
Hey, guys, I've got the dad of a player that just showed up a couple of weeks ago here on the varsity, and Graham Rogers. I just have to ask this question. He's flying around just crushing people. Does he get that aggression from his mom?
Yes, that's it. That's exactly right. Exactly right.
Hey, we're gonna enjoy watching him for a few more years. Thanks a lot, guys. Back to you.
Matthew White, not a lot there. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, Scots, but the clock continues to go, and the next time they snap it, it'll be about 1:45 to go.
Clock rolling down. Again, 1st down might do it.
Another 1st down will do it.
Panthers have 2 timeouts in their pocket.
We have reached the 2-minute timeout.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
Not a warning, but a timeout. We'll take a break. Final 2 minutes. Don't go away. Please don't go away. This one's not over yet. 2 minutes to play. Highland Park up by 7 in this district championship matchup with Midlothian.
It's the Baker Brothers replay. Team Baker Brothers really stopped that running toilet in its tracks. No more running toilets.
Now that's what I call a bathroom break.
Okay, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's great deal from Baker Brothers.
Baker Brothers did a great job replacing my HVAC system and saving me money. Jimmy, show them what you did to that old unit.
Mission Control, Houston, we are using...
It's good.
No, it's great. Great service.
It's the Baker Brothers replay. The best offense is a good defense. Baker Brothers blocked those surges before they could take it to the house.
That play was electric.
That's right, Jimmy.
Shocking, even?
We get it, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's electric special.
Well, 2 minutes to go. 35-28. Highland Park with the ball. A 3rd down and 5.
Stewart all day touching base with Trip Townsend, be on the same page.
Highland Park is, I don't even want to say it out loud, 0 for 5 on 3rd down conversions tonight. Buck
there it
Randall
is.
Throws it.
There it
is.
It's
caught. It's Harrison Cullum. Touchdown Highland Park. Harrison Cullum.
There's your
touchdown, 27 yards.
There's your exclamation point right there. Coach Allen says we don't have to run the ball. All we got to do is get it on a hook route, let the receivers do the rest. Harrison Cullum shows them how it's done.
That's going to do it for the Scots. That should sew it up.
Good protection. Nice little hook route by Harrison Cullum. Sprints to the end zone before the Midlothian safety can make it back.
Touchdown for Bob Lilly Promotions. Here comes our Kensington Vanguard National Title PAT. Sutton Stock will kick it. Ronan Moreland will hold it. Cash Tanner's in there to snap it back. All three do their job. It's a 14-point lead for the good guys.
I love the aggressiveness. Not hope you can get it done, not try not to lose. Coach Allen says that we're going to win it right here. Calls a little stop route over the middle to Harrison Cullum, and the Scots convert.
1:53 to play in the game. We need to take a timeout. When we come back, Highland Park's going to kick it back over and let Midlothian see what they can do with it. Stick around. Back right after this.
Scots find a way.
Scots find a way.
Scots find a way.
Scott, find a way.
Abraham Sawstead at the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Scots, find a way. Scots, find a way.
Caught. He didn't get in. Highland Park is back-to-back state champion.
Scots find a way.
Scots, find a way.
We are Dallas-born, Dallas-based, and family-owned. We support the Highland Park Scots.
Minute 53 to play here in the football game. Highland Park to kick off. Midlothian going to bring out all of the stops here, you would think. Any tricks they have in the bag, we're about to see. Kickoff for Davidson Bogle Real Estate. Sutton Stock will kick it high and short. It's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line. 25, 30, out to the 31-yard line, and that's where the Panthers will start. Kick was fielded right there by Jaden Townsend.
Howard Gale coming in, Russell, to make the hit. Scott's coverage team doing a great job on those sky kicks. Sutton Stock gets such height that it takes a long time to come down. Here's that drive recap for the Scots. They go 32 yards in 3 plays, take a minute 21 off the clock. The touchdown, 27-yard TD pass from Buck Randall to Harrison Cullum. Stock adds the extra point, and with a minute 50 to go in the game, Highland Park 42, Midlothian 28. This drive recap brought to you by Travis Spillman, DDS.
Throws this one up for grabs, picked off, intercepted. Highland Park's got it.
That's Dean.
He's taken away by Dean Doolin.
Dino Doolin. You don't throw a jump ball to Dino without him coming down with it. I've seen that boy play basketball. He can get up.
That turnover brought to you by Highland Park Cowboys football and Patrick Services.
Let's see Dino spike it right there in the can. Oh, that's great.
Second interception of the night for the Highland Park defense, and they had a fumble recovery as well.
That's the second of the year, if I'm not mistaken, for Doolin.
It is. Let's get another look at it right here.
Good pressure by Nick Vander Westhuizen. Looks like Martin True could have come down with it himself.
Scott should be able to run the clock out right here.
Looks like Mason McDowell in at right guard for the Scots. James Flowers makes a late appearance.
The official came in to allow the defense to make a substitution because Highland Park made the late substitution.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Because it was so late,
5 yards.
The play clock ran down to 0, and that's a penalty.
Oh, no, here goes Matthew White.
Look at Matthew White run. Goes off tackle left side. It's going to get dragged down after almost 10 yards. And Highland Park will let that clock run. Next time they snap it, we should be at about the 1 minute mark.
Good block out in front that time by James Flowers. Sophomore running back clearing the way for Matthew White.
James Flowers, of course, head coach Randy Allen's grandson. He plays for Highland Park. Starting quarterback for Midlothian, the head coach's son.
It's always fun when you can coach somebody in your family.
There's the snap, there's the handoff. Not a whole lot there, but Highland Park just needs to hold on to the ball. One more snap, and this one will be in the books. And Highland Park will win the district championship outright.
For the 60th time?
60th time. More than any other team in Texas high school football history.
Just think about that. 60 times district champion.
Think about this. This will be the 909th win for Highland Park all time. That's also more than any other team in the state of Texas. That's going to do it right there.
District championship secure. That was one of the major goals of this team coming into the season.
Highland Park wins it. Final score 42-28.
I like the lights, the celebratory lights, on and off and on and off.
They show up so much better now that the sun goes down earlier,
yeah,
right? We'll talk to head coach Randy Allen coming up shortly. We can take a quick break. Our Burger House post-game show gets underway in just a moment. Burger House, the official burger of Highland Park football. The official burger of Highland Park football.
Burger House keeps my O-line fueled for the big games.
I got your back.
Mouth-watering burgers, famous fries, handmade shakes and malts made the old-fashioned way, like they were back in 1951, when we first opened our doors. Next time you have the urge for a double-double and Jack's Famous Fries, stop in and step back in time to our neighborhood restaurant. We would love to see you. Go Scots! Well, Highland Park certainly turned this thing around after having an awful offensive first quarter. They come back and win it, though, 42-28.
And watch the handshake as soon as the players finish the handshake line. They are sprinting over to the home stands where the students and the bells and the band are sitting to help celebrate that district championship.
We might have a shot of the trophy that Highland Park is about to get.
I bet they'll get a picture.
There you go. There.
6-7-5A champions.
We talked about it last year. They need more room in the trophy case.
They do.
Down in the players' lounge.
If you've ever seen the trophy area in the meeting room upstairs in the stadium, they definitely need more room. That's a good problem to have.
We'll talk to head coach Randy Allen coming up momentarily. Again, our post-game show is brought to you by Burger House. And again, our thoughts, prayers go out to the Chantillis family and Angelo. And just know, Angelo, a lot of people out here thinking about you and holding you close in our thoughts and prayers, and wishing the best for the entire family, and knowing that they think highly of you. We think highly of you. And,
thank you for taking care of us with great food for however many years.
There's the school song being played. The team over there. Randy Allen will join Jay here momentarily. He's talking to some other reporters. What'd you think after the first quarter was over? Highland Park had 8 yards of offense.
What like two totally different games. The first quarter, all defense, both sides, all defense. you couldn't get anything going. Midlothian really couldn't get anything going. But then the second quarter hits, and all of a sudden it's 2 minutes or less for every touchdown. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. And the offense, you know that's going to happen. You can't hold down offenses forever. This is a lot of hard work paying off for a bunch of great young men.
Well, Lake Belton makes a trip into Highlander Stadium next week, and that'll be a fun one. Be sure you get your tickets. Be sure you get out here, and if you can't make it, we'll have it for you right here on Game On Sports. By the way, guys, back in the trailer, another fantastic job tonight.
Jay may have trouble getting Coach Allen. There are 3 TV stations here tonight, and they're going to be fighting for Coach Allen. Oh, they're going to take the picture with the trophy presentation. I see Melissa McAtee climbing up on a big ladder so she can have a good perspective of everybody.
Wish we would have got a picture of the fedoras. They took that earlier today. The seniors get to take a picture with head coach Randy Allen, and all of them wear fedoras like Coach Allen wears during games.
You know, they have a dress-up day on Halloween week where the kids get to dress up, and one of Coach Allen's granddaughters dressed up as him 2 years ago. Fedora, tie, coat, everything. I thought that was awesome.
Scots win it 42-28. It was close the entire game. They trailed, came back, took the lead right before halftime for the first time.
Until Harrison Cullum sealed it on Buck Reynolds' pass.
They had to do a little bit of everything. They had to cover an onside kick. Had to get Martin True had that fumble he picked up, returned it long ways down the field to set up Highland Park's next touchdown.
These are the pictures that people will look back on 10, 20 years from now and go, do you remember that when we won the district championship that night?
Jay Ellis looking for his players of the game as well.
Jeremy Gilbert presents the trophy. Coach Allen gets in there with the rest of his staff.
I believe Brian is ready with our... No, he is not ready.
Melissa McAtee may need to take out some insurance. She's about 20 feet off the ground. This is always a fun scene because the parents played a big part in helping these guys get ready and get prepared for where they are right now, and it's celebration time, at least for now. Tomorrow morning, let's get ready for the push to the playoffs.
I was going to say that's one of the things that all of these guys, when we talk to them on Tuesday afternoon, evening, we talked to them about you had to celebrate after that win, and to a T, they say you celebrate for one night, and the next morning it's back to work.
Back to work because there are bigger and better goals they have in mind.
Looking down there for Coach Allen, there is a mass of humanity from the 15-yard line out to the 35-yard line.
Not seeing Coach Allen just yet. He's out there. Jay, who you got? You got
live?
We're ready to go.
Live? I think we are. Okay. Hey, I've got our special teams players of the game, and we got 3 of them tonight, and they're seniors. Right next to me is number 26, Will Beck. This is brought to you by Mark Clifton Homes.
Trusted builder of exceptional homes, markcliftonhomes.com.
Hey, Beck, first of all, tell me about this kick coverage team and how intense you all are when you get to kick off so often.
Yes, sir. Special teams at Highland Park is emphasized a lot, and Coach Easton and Coach Corbett really do a good job of putting together a good team and really stress the importance of it. I feel like we got a great group of guys, and week in and week out, we've done our job. So, yeah.
Hey, Will, this jersey number looks familiar. I used to play with a guy named Thad that wore 26. You know anything about that?
Yes, sir. My uncle wore 26, so it's pretty special to wear it as well.
Who's that?
Uncle Thad.
Thad Smith. Good. Was he here tonight?
Yes, sir. He was here.
Good. Hey, introduce your friend to the left, who's also one of the special teams player of the game.
Here's my friend Trip Wolf, number 24.
Thank you. Will Beck's one of our special teams player of the game. Now we got Trip Wolf. Hey, Trip, tell me about how you get pumped up for those kickoff coverage.
I just tell our teammates, man, that it's do or die out there. I mean, we got to cover our butts off, because if we don't get down there, I mean, that can be a huge momentum swing in the game if we let up a big play or a big return. So I really just emphasize being intense and running down as fast as you can.
Hey, we were watching, and the guys upstairs who were talking throughout the game, all game long, we were watching 24, 25, 26. Those are the guys that were around the ball tonight. Do you keep track of what they do, or are you going so fast you have no idea, or how much do you all communicate?
You just got to make full speed decisions out there. I mean, it's, you got to think on your feet, so you're really just worried about yourself out there.
Hey, Trip, Rye is next. How long have you and Rye been playing football together?
We've been playing football together for 4 years now, since we were freshmen.
Fantastic. Hey, you're one of our special teams player of the game. Congratulations. Thank you. And now I've got Rye Lanahan, number 25, special teams player of the game. First of all, tell me about how exciting it is under these lights on senior night to be running down and making those plays.
Yes, sir, absolutely. I mean, it's a dream come true. I've been wanting to do this for my entire life, and I'm just happy to get a chance to do it.
How physical is it when you're going full speed, someone's lining up to block you, and you don't always know who it is? Tell us about the collisions that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our kickoff team gets pretty banged up, but it's the first play defense, and we have to be physical. That's what we're taught to do. We're taught to make full speed decisions.
Hey, Rye, at the end, after the final stop, I saw the whole defense, including you guys and the special teams over there with Coach Leidner. He got y'all pumped up, but I wasn't there quick enough to hear what he said. Did you hear what he said? And what part of it can you share with us?
I mean, at first he was just very quiet. He was kind of messing with us, and then all of a sudden just brought the energy, pumped up the team. It was a great moment.
Hey, Rye, you're a special teams player of the game. Great job, and you're a district champ. Congratulations. Those are our special teams players of the game. More players and Coach Allen to come soon if we can find them.
He is at the 37-yard line. Coach Allen is.
Yeah, he's
right on the numbers. Yeah. By the way, the official postgame headquarters is Banditos Tex-Mex in Snyder Plaza, the official postgame headquarters of Scots football. Go ahead, Jay.
This is the special teams player of the game.
Matthew.
Hey, Matthew, the special teams player, I think of that as the red guy. You know what that means. It's brought to you by Mark Clifton Homes.
Trusted builder of exceptional homes. MarkCliftonHomes.com.
Hey, Matthew, I want to talk about that touchdown in the second quarter. They held y'all to almost no yards in the first quarter. You sort of slipped out on a circle route, went up the seam. It looked like you didn't know the ball was there until right at the end. Tell us sort of how that play developed and what it was like to make that catch.
Yeah, so it's a great play call. I mean, one of my favorites because it's wide open every time. But basically, the way it was lined up, we got that Mike man-on-man with me. And, he was trying to hold, and I was able to get by. And Buck Reynolds just threw one of the best passes of the night just right there to me. So I was just able to go get it and then beat him to the end zone.
Hey, Matthew, when running backs don't put their hands out until the last second, it's usually bad news. When receivers do it, it's for one of two reasons. Either A, they know they got to keep running until the last second, or B, they don't want the defender who can't see to know where the ball is. You're not just a running back. You're a receiver turned running back. Are you aware of how late you put your hands out there, and was that conscious, or is that something you've been taught, or did it just happen?
A little bit of both. I mean, I did see the ball late, but like you said, I played receiver, and so just like the putting your hands up really late just gives you that extra second and potential avoiding the defender to get in the way and bat that ball down. So it was a little bit of intentional, also it's just I saw it a little late, but a little both.
Hey, Matthew, it also looks really good in the highlights when you do that, in addition to being the right thing to do. Congratulations. That was our play of the game. Thank you. That's senior Matthew White.
They sound pretty excited, don't they?
Yeah, they're pumped up. Let's see if we can find Coach Allen.
If y'all can point me toward him, we'll get it.
He's at the 39-yard line on the numbers.
Hold on, I got our defensive player.
Okay, go ahead with our defensive player.
All right, this is our Leinert Law Firm Defensive Player of the Game, brought to you by Leinert Law Firm.
Trusted debt solutions for over 15 years, LeinertLaw.com.
Hey, Martin True, a couple of big plays tonight. You all bent, but you didn't break. Often that play action made it tough for you guys back at safety at 8 or 10 or 12 yards when they ran the slants, when they ran some quick look-ins.
Yes, sir.
First of all, tell us about how patient you were occasionally when they completed those passes, but not breaking.
Yeah, I mean, we just didn't want the big play to come because they kept running those stops, so we knew they were going to start running the stop and goes. So we started to stay back and, protect the big play.
Hey, Martin, so second, let's talk about that fumble. I was way down there. I didn't see it happen, but I saw you pick it up, but I'm told in the box that you caused it as well. Tell me about it.
Bo Jones caused it.
Was it Bo?
It was, yes, sir.
So tell us about that run, man. You made a lot of moves and got a lot of yards.
I mean, I think I kind of blacked out a little bit. I don't really know. I was just running.
Well, you did good. And then the last one was the pass breakup down here in the fourth quarter when the game was on the line.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that one.
Yeah, I mean, just couldn't let up the big play, Had to stop for the offense to get out there and win us the game.
Hey, you want to shout out to your big brother? I bet he's watching in Austin.
Yeah, shout out Jack True.
Hey, Martin True, Defensive Player of the Game. Congratulations. Thank you.
Hey, Jay,
Coach, turn around
Coach
right
Allen,
behind you.
right behind you. 34-yard line, almost to the hash. 35, almost to the hash. Keep walking.
Go, Jay, go.
Get him, Jay, get him. Now take a left, take a left. He's got a white shirt on, keep walking. Now take a right, take a right. Do you see him? He's behind that. He just, keep going, you're doing it.
I got him, I see him.
You're following him. Where's
That's
Coach Allen?
High quality entertainment here. Go left, go right. It's like you're playing Marco Polo or something as a kid.
Exactly.
Are we live?
Yep.
Coach Allen. Oh, sure. Coach Allen, that's a district championship. I'm told it's Highland Park's 60th district championship. Let's talk about the three phases really quick. Your offense struggled early, but ended up putting 42 points on the board. Tell us about the adjustments you made and how the kids responded.
Well, I don't know. We just started off out of sync, and they were really good on defense. And we finally, after 4 possessions, finally found something that would work. And our guys executed really well. And we got 3 touchdowns before half, which was huge, especially the one right before the end of the game, end of the half. We came out the second half, got another touchdown, and go ahead 14. And then it was back and forth. We had to recover 2 onside kicks and stop them on 4th down and recover a fumble and return. It was a crazy game. And I would not be surprised if we don't play them in a 4th round. They're really good.
Coach, you took the words out of my mouth. That was a great team. Their offense was really balanced, really disciplined, but your defense did a great job of bending but not breaking. Tell us about how they were able to hold such a great team to 28 points when you got 42.
Well, our coaches did a great job preparing them, and then they played really hard. All you can do when you're playing a bunch of talented, fast players, and they've got a big offensive line, is you just got to fight. They didn't call one holding penalty all night, so you're not going to get any help from the officials. And our guys just had to fight and get off blocks and make plays, and they did a lot of that. I think our defense is getting better, and I think that was one of their best games.
Coach Allen, the third phase, just as important. We kept seeing over and over and over, 24, 25, and 26, and they're making tackles. That was Beck, and it was Wolf, and it was Lanahan. There were 10 others covering those kicks, but just tell us how important that kick coverage team is for you guys.
Well, field positions very, very important. And, of course, they've got a guy that could go all the way with it, number 10, special player for them. And we did a great job of maintaining field position on kickoff cover, and then we had some big kickoff returns against them. Our punt team was solid, even though they didn't get a return. I thought the biggest thing of all, though, was recovering those 2 onside kicks. One onside kick, they had it, and we knocked it out of bounds. And then the other one, we recovered it. Those 2 plays were huge in the game.
Coach Allen, final question. Russell will let us know as soon as we know who you're going to play next week. We know it'll be at Highlander Stadium. Are you able to tell us yet when it'll be, or is that not yet finalized? Or are you not able to tell yet?
I got to meet with their coaches to determine that. So.
Got it. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you in round 1 next week. Congratulations on another district championship.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Coach Allen. And that's Coach Randy Allen. And I think we still have the offensive player of the game if we can find him.
Our Coach Allen comments brought to you by Campese's Restaurant. I was there last Saturday. I can attest to the food.
I was there last week, too. Hey, Jay, the only thing I wish you'd ask him is about that Bozeman touchdown right before the half where they ran the reverse, then the flea flicker off the reverse, and Bozeman's wide open.
Okay, I've got our offensive player of the game. Are we live?
Yes.
Yep.
Great. This is our offensive player of the game, brought to you by Eric Carlson Photography.
Capturing lifetime memories on and off the field for HB families. Eric Carlson Photography.
EricCarlsonPhotography.com, and it's Eric with a K. It seems like you've said that a few times this year, Buck. Hey, you threw, I was going to say 3 touchdowns, but then you went and threw a 4th. Let's talk about those. First of all, we talked to Matthew White about his circle and getting up the seam, but I want to hear what it looked like from your perspective.
So, I mean, Matthew's the one that's going to come open in that play, and he was on him. The guy was chasing Matthew, but I saw that he had a little bit of leverage on him, and so I knew if I just put it out in front of him, Matthew was going to make a play.
And let's talk about Cullum's touchdown. So it looked like they were double covering him right before the snap. The linebacker came. It looked to me like you had him in mesh, but tell him, how did you know he was going to be the guy?
So, I mean, if they bring pressure, he's my hot. So basically, like if I've got guys blitzing me, then I know I got to get it out now, and he's going to be where I'm getting it out to.
Now let's talk about the Bozeman one down the sideline. First of all, I want to hear about the action and the trickery, and then I'm going to ask you about what he did. But first, tell me about how he got so open.
So, I mean, the play was designed like that to, first you do the run play, and you bring him down thinking that you're going to run the ball again. And then it's a post wheel, but it's a delayed post wheel. So they act like they're blocking, and then he shoots out. And the safety in the corner took the post with Harrison Cullum, and then Cannon was left wide open.
And so from where you were, could you see that move he put on the last guy?
I did. I saw it.
I imagine that's about what he did on the homecoming dance floor. Can he move when he dances?
No, not at all.
Well, but he's got some speed. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, he's got some speed.
Hey, congratulations on a district championship and for being our player of the game. We'll see you in round 1 next week. That's Buck Randall.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And that concludes our player interviews. Back to you guys up in the box, Jim and Russell.
Buck Randall with those 4 touchdown throws gives him 38 on the season.
Wow. Well, I tell you, we take Buck for granted sometimes, not intentionally, but so many times he puts the ball right where it needs to be, and receivers are able to make the play for him and for the rest of their teammates. It's just really fun to see. And when you look back on it, I don't know about you, I go back and look at tape sometimes, and I go, my gosh, we got a great quarterback and great receivers all the way along the line.
Our game summary stat report brought to you by Dallas Coin Buyers, where legacy meets value. Let's bring Brian Sperry into our conversation. Whew! I thought those numbers that you gave us at the end of the first quarter were terrible, but you saved yourself by getting us some better numbers.
Better numbers. We like your numbers.
All right, so pretty even night for the two teams in terms of total yards. I think we have a new graphic coming up there.
It said 110 yards in penalties. I don't think that's right.
Midlothian had 430 yards on the night compared to 374 for Highland Park. The breakdown about even passing-wise. The Scots had 255 yards. Midlothian had 241. On the ground, 119 yards for the Scots and 189 yards for the Panthers. Time of possession was obviously very lopsided. As you can see, first downs dominated by the Panthers as well. A very clean game with just 5 total penalties. And individually for the Panthers, they had 2 quarterbacks play tonight. Bo Wendell in the first half was 7 of 13 for 167 yards and 2 touchdowns. Justice Roberts came in the second half. He was 6 of 14 for 74 with an interception. Receiving wise, just 2 Panthers caught balls. So all 13 receptions by 2 guys. Brendan Jackson, 9 catches, 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cohen Buchanan had 4 catches for 64. Rushing, Michael Archie on his last carry reached 100 yards, 15 carries for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. John Azuna added 12 carries for 40. and the rest of the carries were by the two quarterbacks who combined to go 16 totes for 49 yards. For Highland Park, individually, Buck Randall, 10 of 16 for 255 yards, 4 touchdowns and a pick. Receiving was split very evenly among the 4 guys who had catches. All 4 of those guys had between 56 and 81 yards. They were led by Harrison Cullum, who had 4 for 81 and 2 touchdowns. Cannon Bozeman had 1 big catch for 60, and that was a touchdown. Matthew White had 2 catches for 58 yards and a touchdown, and Charlie Olmstead added 3 for 56. Rushing, Matthew White had 9 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown. Buck Randall kept it 7 times for 27. James Flowers had 5 for 24. Those were the 3 leading ball carriers for the Scots. A couple of other, besides the time of possession that we saw was very lopsided, a couple other things that were lopsided. Plays, total offensive plays, 71 for Midlothian and 43 for Highland Park. Just 43 offensive snaps for the Scots on the night. Incidentally, that matches the number of times that Midlothian ran the ball. They had 43 rushes, and Highland Park had 43 total plays. Third downs were also lopsided. That was something else that the Scots had to overcome. Midlothian was a respectable 6 of 15 on the night. Scots were just 1 of 7, but that one was late in the game. It was the 27-yard touchdown pass from Randall to Cullum to really put the game away. So the 1 of 7, at least it was a big one when it happened. And then something else noteworthy that Coach Allen actually mentioned there, talking to Jay at the end of the game, how big a factor field position was. Highland Park started 5 times in Midlothian territory. The Panthers' best start on the night was their own 43. So there were some things that the Scots had to overcome to win, and field position and a couple others were things that helped them get there.
And our game summary stat report brought to you by Dallas Coin Buyers, where legacy meets value. Thank you very much, Brian Sperry. One couple of things that he mentioned: gave up 2 individuals rushed for over 100 yards. That's only the 2nd and 3rd time this year that Highland Park's allowed that. And they also had a 100-yard receiver, only the 5th time Highland Park's given up 100 yards to a receiver this season as well. But again, you expect things like that. You're playing better competition. It's virtually the start of the playoffs tonight, and you're playing the best team in your district other than Highland Park.
And a great tune-up, too. I mean, you want games like this where you're challenged and you've got to overcome some adversity, because you're going to see a lot of that in the playoffs. Teams don't just sail through, they fight through. And Scots, passed a great test tonight. Not only got the district championship, but they learned some things about themselves that will serve them well as we push forward in the playoffs, one game at a time.
Looks like it's going to be Lake Belton next week here at Highlander Stadium. Whoever it is, we'll have it for you, and hope you'll join us for that next week. But this was a great game. I think we've got some highlights that we'll go out on, but it has been a pleasure to be with you again tonight here at Randy Allen Field in Highlander Stadium with Jay Ellis and Pat Sauer and Brian Sperry and Jim Castellaw. I'm Russell Scott. Our final score tonight, 42-28. Here's that play right there.
There's that. Out to Bozeman.
When once he catches it,
he's gone.
Many people are going to catch up with Cannon Bozeman.
I wish we could have seen him fake the block and then wheel off, and then watch the surprise of the Midlothian defenders. Hey, I thought you were blocking. Bozeman does it again.
Hey, that's going to wrap things up. Thanks so much, and thanks to our Game On Sports crew. Y'all did a fantastic job again tonight. We're going to say so long and good night. 42-28. Good night. God bless. We'll talk to you next week. Oh, and happy football.
There you go.